Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Welcome to Last Raps Baseball's live commentary of Major League Baseball. The commentary and views are our opinions and are not affiliated with the MLB, the MLBPA, the National League, American League, or their sponsors. We are giving English reports on the games being played and hope English-speaking audiences around the globe can enjoy the games on YouTube and Twitch along with us. Today, it is Game 5 of the 5-game series between the Minnesota Twins and the Cleveland Guardians. It is all squared at 2 games apiece, and we are going to be calling Game 5 today, as this is the deciding and rubber match of this 5-game set. Well, first of all, I'll give you the starting lineups for the visitors from Minnesota. Leading off and playing second base, wearing number 2 is Luis Arias. Batting second, doing the designated hitting, wearing number 25 is Byron Buxton. Batting third and playing shortstop, wearing number 4 is Carlos Correa. In the cleanup spot in right field, wearing number 26 is Max Kepler. Batting fifth at first base, wearing number 64 is Jose Miranda. Batting sixth in left field, wearing number 19 is Alex Kirilloff. Batting seventh and doing the catching, wearing number 24 is Gary Sanchez. Batting eighth at third base, wearing number 15 is Gio Urshela. And batting ninth and in center field, wearing number 67 is Gilberto Celestino. And they are going to be facing the right-hander and former Cy Young Award winner for the Cleveland Guardians, and that is Shane Bieber. Bieber is 3-4 on the season. He's worked 85 innings. He's allowed 79 hits, 32 runs, 29 of which have been earned. He has walked 20 and struck out 88. He's also pitched to a tune of a 3.07 earned run average, and he gets the nod today to try to win the fifth and deciding game for the Guardians. And now the starting lineup for the home team from Cleveland. Leading off and playing in left field, wearing number 38 is Stephen Kwan. Batting second, playing shortstop, wearing number 1 is Ahmed Rosario. In the 3 spot and playing third base, wearing number 11 is Jose Ramirez. In the cleanup spot and wearing number 22, doing the designated hitting, is Josh Naylor. Batting fifth and playing first base, wearing number 6 is Owen Miller. Batting sixth and at second base, wearing number 0 is Andre Jimenez. Batting seventh in right field, wearing number 39 is Oscar Gonzalez. Batting eighth and doing the catching, wearing number 4 is Sandy Leon. And batting ninth in center field, wearing number 7 is Miles Straw. And they too are going to be facing a right-hander, and that is going to be in Chris Archer. Archer's had quietly a very good season for the Twins. He is 2-3, but he's worked 57 and a third innings. He's allowed 46 hits, 24 runs, 20 have been earned. He has walked 24 and struck out 45, pitching to an ERA of 3.14. Those are your starting lineups. The game is about 2 minutes away. We'll be back in just a couple minutes after this from our friend, Steve Rademacher. Glad you guys could be here with us today, and check out Steve after the game.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name, and I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave, Zero Thought Sports Cards. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Welcome back, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments as the game is about to get underway, and the umpires have just dispersed, and the pitcher, Shane Bieber, is on the mound ready to start his warm-up tosses. And we want to let everybody know, just to be sure, that Dave at Zero Fox Sports, who's been a supporter of ours, this is the last day to be able to go over and comment on one of his videos and let him know that Last Raps Baseball sent you, and he'll send you off a free pack of mystery cards. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a moment after Bieber completes his warm-ups. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the top of the order coming up for the Minnesota Twins. It'll be Luis Arraez, Byron Buxton, and Carlos Correa to get things going against the right-hander Shane Bieber. It is another beautiful day in Cleveland. The home plate umpire for this one here is going to be Ted Barrett. He is the crew chief. Lance Barksdale is at first. Nick Lenz is at second. And Nestor Sahea is the third base umpire. We did this game the other day on Tuesday. It was the first end of the doubleheader, and the home plate umpire, David Rackley, took a foul ball right back in the mask, and he is not on this crew any further at this point. So the skies are beautiful. We're going to have a great day for baseball in Cleveland. It's getaway day for the Twins and also for the home team for the Guardians. It is 80 degrees Fahrenheit. It is sunny, and it is blowing in from right field at about 3 miles an hour. And so we are about ready to get this one underway. And Arraez is stepping up to the plate. Bieber is ready to go. And we are glad to bring this one with you. Arraez on the season is hitting .337. He's got 4 homers and 27 runs batted in. He's got a chance to play in a few different spots this year. He's getting the nod at second base today. We've seen him at first base, and he's moved around a little bit. So here comes the first pitch of the ball game from Shane Bieber. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. The first pitch is officially at 1:12 local time. So Arraez batting from the left side against the right-hander Bieber, who rocks into the motion, and he kicks and delivers. There is a fastball swung on, and it is lined into right field. It's going to get down in front of the Guardian right fielder Gonzalez, and Arraez is aboard with a leadoff single here to start the ball game. That is going to bring up today's designated hitter, Byron Buxton. For Byron Buxton on the season, he's hitting .235. He's got 20 homers and 36 runs batted in. A healthy Byron Buxton, we're not sure what he could do long-term. He is playing 100. If he could play 162 games, he might be a 40-homer type of guy, or even more. He's got 1 stolen base on the year, which one would expect a little bit more out of Buck. So here comes the first pitch from Bieber. It is a breaking ball that is swung on and missed, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Buxton. Arraez does not run particularly well. He's only got a couple of stolen bases, so he's not a big threat on the base paths. Buxton, with his 20 home runs, is tied for 4th in the American League. He's put a lot of juice into the ball this year. Here comes the 0-1 offering from Bieber, who holds center at the belt. He kicks and he fires. It's another breaking ball swung on and missed. And the count is 0-2. It was basically the same pitch in the same location as the first one. Went right back to the same spot. So no balls and 2 strikes to Buxton. Bieber working slowly here. He gets the sign from his catcher, Sandy Leon. He checks the runner at first. And now he comes set at the belt. And here comes the 0-2 offering to Buxton. He kicks and delivers. It's another breaking ball, but this one misses down and away. The count is 1-2. They do have Buxton played to the left side of the infield. As 3 fielders are in the shift, it's like a wall. We saw yesterday a couple of times, and even in the game on Tuesday, when these shifts have been employed, defensively sometimes when the ball gets put into play, calamity ensues. And certainly the other day when there was in the first inning, there was a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Buxton has gone on strikes for the first out of the inning. And they often talk about the success of the shift and when they're able to get guys to do stuff. But we have seen where the shift has actually been a detractor. Nobody really talks about that a whole lot. You don't often see that, but the shift can also be a detriment. There was a run that was scored in the first inning by the Guardians on Tuesday in the first game of the doubleheader that was a bleeder down the right field line, where Ahmed Rosario had scored all the way from first base. If the second baseman was in his normal position and not to the left side of the infield, probably would have been an easy catch. So here comes the first pitch to Carlos Correa. It's a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike. The count is quickly 0-1. For Correa, he's batting .301 on the season. He's got 9 homers and 28 runs batted in. He waggles the bat, and he's waiting on the offering from Bieber, who checks the runner at first. He comes set at the belt. And now he kicks and fires. It is a fastball. There goes the runner down to second. The throw is in time, but it's up the line. We'll have to wait and see what the umpires have decided here. And they've tagged Arias out. And Arias is thinking that possibly he got underneath that tag. We're going to see if they're going to do a review on this one or not. He was off to the races. Leon comes up throwing. The throw was up on the second base line, and it might be worth a review. Not sure if Jimenez got the tag down. It was definitely a high tag, and he may have missed them on the angles we saw, but it looks like they're not going to challenge that one. That's going to be caught stealing. 2-6, and he is gone for the second out, so I guess they're going to save their challenges for later. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count is now 1-1. Check that, 2-1 to Correa. This the pitch on the stolen base attempt was ruled a ball. So 2 away here in the first inning as Buxton had struck out, and then the caught stealing of Luis Arias. It was not a great throw, as I said, by Sandy Leon. It was up the line. And it was a high tag, and if you call it a tag, because I don't think he got him. So here comes the pitch from Bieber. It's a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, and that evens the count on Correa at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. The thing I've noticed about the Guardian pitchers, and they've got a few of them, is how much they really short arm the ball. And that is also the case with Bieber here. Bieber, Savali, saw Plesac the other day. He doesn't have a long take back. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away. The count is 3-2. They're all very similar in their patterns. Don't know their whole staff. Tristan McKenzie certainly does not appear to be. So short armers and small righties have a recipe for disaster usually. Here comes the 3-2 offering. It's a breaking ball that misses up and in. And Carlos Correa is aboard with a 2-out walk. And that's going to bring up the right fielder, Max Kepler. So this game here has an opportunity to help the Guardians close some ground on the Twins. They are 2 wins and 2 losses each team in this series. It's the 5th game of a 5-game set. Bieber leans in and gets the sign from Leon, and he's ready to go back to work. And now he steps off the backside of the rubber, and he asks for the signs all over again. Kepler stands in. He's got an open stance. He hits from the left side against the right-handed slants of Bieber. And here's the pitch. It is a first pitch fastball that misses down for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Kepler on the season is hitting .240. He's got 8 homers and 35 runs batted in. He was a value signing. He was signed out of Germany, one of the trained and players that was coming through the German organization out of Berlin. There's a ground ball to the right side. It's into the outfield grass. They throw over to first. It's not going to be in time. Kepler has beat the shift. That ball was hit into the rover position, I like to call it, in shallow right field. The shortstop had tried to go and get the ball. He was moving to his left. It got by him, but it got to the rover. As it got by the shortstop, he left it. The rover gets it. They throw over to first. Kepler was able to beat it out. It's going to be an infield single for Kepler. It's going to advance Correa over to second base. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Jose Miranda. So there's a piece right there that another one where if they were playing in their normal defensive positions, it probably would have been a ground ball to the shortstop normally. But because the second baseman normally, the shortstop was playing on the right side of the infield, he couldn't get there, but he was shading the base. There's a first pitch fastball delivered to Miranda for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Miranda. Miranda on the season is hitting .239. He's got 5 homers and 17 runs batted in. Bieber checks the runner at second, and now he delivers. It's a fastball that misses inside. He peeled down to the first base umpire, and they said that Miranda had went, so now that runs the count to 0-2. As we said, working at first base today is Lance Barksdale, so he went up with the right hand. We got a chance to see that one on replay, and It's pretty close. Probably got the home field call. Remember, strikes and outs make the game go quicker. And that is Lance Barksdale doing his job to keep the game moving along. So Bieber checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball. Swung on and missed. And Miranda has gone on strikes for out number 3 here in the first inning. So the Twins in their half of the first, they had traffic on the base paths. There was no runs. There was 2 hits. There were no errors, and there were 2 runners left aboard. We're through a half inning. It is the Minnesota Twins, nothing. The Cleveland Guardians coming to bat. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple minutes with the call. The bottom of the first inning. We're glad you guys could be here to check this out with us today. Here's our friend Steve Rademacher.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddy.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom of the first inning. It is going to be the top of the order. Stephen Kwan, Ahmed Rosario, and Jose Ramirez to face the right-hander Chris Archer. Archer taking to the hill with a 2-3 record. This is going to be his 15th start of the season. He's worked 57 in the third inning so far, allowing those 46 hits. 24 runs, 20 have been earned, walking 24 and striking out 45. He's got an ERA of 3.14, and so the lanky right-hander rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1 to Kwan. For Kwan on the season, he's batting .288. He's got a homer and 18 runs batted in. He had a hot start to his major league campaign, and Archer rocks into the motion. He delivers a breaking ball that's taken for a called or swung out and missed. And now that's going to run the count to 0-2. I'm watching Archer's delivery, and you look at some of the way that the pitchers go. He's throwing from the windup. He takes a step back, and he completely stops. And he pauses, and then he looks at the glove, and then he comes up and delivers. Very, very weird type of stuff. And I know that hitting is about timing and rhythm, and pitching is about disrupting the timing and the rhythm of the hitter. And that is exactly what Archer is trying to do, as that last pitch misses down for a 1-2 count. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kwan. Archer rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. That's going to keep the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kwan began the season on quite the pace, where he hardly swung and missed at pitches. If he swung, he put balls into contact. His ability to do that was just off the charts. He was a 5th-round pick in the 2018 draft out of Oregon State University, and there's a fastball that misses down and away, and the count now is 2-2. Oregon State University has had a good run of players in the last 20 years. They had a couple of national championships under the tutelage of Pat Casey. So again, rocking into the motion is Archer. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that's down in the dirt, and that runs the count to 3-2 to Kwan. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. We kept an eye on that yesterday, last couple days, to see how starting pitchers could go and how they would manage their pitch counts. Were they always getting the full counts? Were they able to get rid of the hitters earlier? So here comes the 3-2 offering from Archer. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Kwan has gone down on strikes. It looked like he may have swung at ball 4. But Archer does the job. He retires Kwan for the first down of the inning. And that is going to bring up the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. For Rosario on the season, he's hitting .293. He's got a couple of homers and 22 runs batted in. And Archer gets himself a new baseball and he rubs it up. Ready to face the shortstop, Rosario. Rosario batting from the right side against the right-hander, Archer, who rocks into the motion and he kicks and fires. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1 to Rosario. A pitch as we look at that went to Stephen Kwan. It's uncharacteristic of Kwan. That pitch there ended up in his back foot. It was so far inside as he turned on it and missed. There's a fastball that's down. Appeal over the first base umpire, and again, Lance Barksdale says that Rosario did not check his swing. He calls that a strike, and the count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Rosario. Rosario on the season is batting .293 with a couple of homers and 22 RBIs. He is another one. He can run a little bit. You look at the Guardian lineup, they have some players who can run the bases. There's a fastball swung on it. It's grounded up the middle. It is fielded by Arias on his backhand side. He throws to first, and they get Rosario on a ground out 4-3. A nice play by the second baseman. He was shading over toward the bag at second base, but he still had to backhand the ball and then fire it across the diamond, be able to complete the play. And it was a nice play there by the second baseman, Arias, to do so. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. For Ramirez on the season, he's batting .297. He's got 16 homers and 63 runs batted in. He sure doesn't look the part, but he is a guy that has a chance to be a 30-30 guy. He's got 12 stolen bases to go with those 16 home runs. And here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball taken for a called strike. And the count is quickly 0-1 to Ramirez. Ramirez, there was a lot of talk last year about the possibility of him being traded, being moved. He's going to be a big contract for the Guardians. It's kind of hard to see him being moved. He is the centerpiece of this group. It's a very talented young group, and there's a breaking ball that misses up and away, and the count's 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Ramirez. Archer gets the sign from his catcher, Sanchez, and he rocks into the motion. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on, and it's lined right back over the pitcher's head into center field. And Ramirez is aboard with a single. Almost took the head off of Chris Archer. Ball was absolutely scorched. He had to duck right out of the way as he hit the dirt off of that pitch. But Ramirez is aboard with a single, and that is going to bring up the designated hitter, Josh Naylor. Naylor was the hero in last night's ball game with the 3-run homer to walk off the Twins in the bottom of the 10th inning. And they had to come from behind, did the Guardians, as the Twins had scored some runs in the top of the inning. Naylor on the season is batting .271. He's got 9 homers and 41 runs batted in. Probably the highlight of the walk-off was when he headbutted Terry Francona. And here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is quickly 0-1. Naylor is a little bit intense. He's got a brother who's in the Cleveland organization as well, Bo Naylor. He's got a younger brother who is on the Canadian national baseball team. So no balls and 1 strike on the junior national team. Could be a draft prospect, I believe, this year. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded slowly up the middle. It is fielded by Correa, and he stops with it. And Jose Ramirez had stopped running, and then Correa was kind of teasing him along a little bit. And then he stepped on the base to retire him. It's going to go down as a fielder's choice to 6. And that is going to retire Ramirez at second base for out number 3. So for the Guardians, in their half of the first inning, there was no runs, there was a hit, there were no errors, and one runner was left aboard. We're now through one complete. It is the Minnesota Twins nothing, the Guardians nothing. Come on back, everybody. We'll be here for the top of the second inning in just a few minutes. I'm glad you guys could check it out. Hold tight, everybody. Here's our friend Matt.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Welcome back, everybody. We've got the 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming to bat for the Twins in their half of the second inning. I mean, it's going to be Alex Kirilloff, Gary Sanchez, and Gio Urshela to face the right-hander Shane Bieber. Bieber had a bit of help in that first inning. He struggled a little bit, allowed a couple of hits and a walk, but he had some defensive help. He was able to mitigate the damage, but he's going to have to settle down here against this Twins lineup to have some success today. He did do that on only 17 pitches. And he was very effective that way. So here comes the first offering to Alex Kirilloff. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. Kirilloff on the season is batting .261. He's got a homer and 12 runs batted in. This is his 23rd game of the season. He is 6 for 10 so far in the series against the Guardians, and there's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Kirilloff. Bieber on the mound, waiting on the signal, and here he rocks into the motion and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count is 1-2. I remember watching Bieber pitch last year. I saw him against the Yankees and a couple other times, but the one against the Yankees, I believe he went head-to-head against Garrett Cole. And the thing that really stood out for me was the amount of breaking balls that Bieber throws. I thought he had an inordinate amount, more so than I was expecting. I would like to have thought that he would have established maybe more of his fastball in the early going. Here he rocks into the motion, and he delivers a breaking ball that's swung on and fouled away. This is going to reach the seats down the left field line, and that's going to keep the count at 1-2. Bieber definitely has the ability to keep the hitters off balance, but I think he falls a little bit too much in love with his breaking ball. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is to Kirilloff. He's standing on the mound. He was ready to work into the windup. He rocks into the motion and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined and caught by the first baseman, Miller. Ball was absolutely scorched. It was hit right on the screws. And Kirilloff is gone for the first out of the inning here in the top half of the second. That's going to bring up the catcher, Gary Sanchez. For Sanchez, he's batting .227 on the season. He's got 9 homers to go with 34 runs batted in. He gets the nod behind the plate again today. So 1 away here in the top of the second, and Sanchez coming up to the plate. Bieber gets the sign from his catcher, Leon, and he rocks into the motion. There's a breaking ball that just misses down and away. I'm not sure about that one. That looked like it was a pretty good pitch. So 1 ball and no strikes to Gary Sanchez. Again, Bieber rocks into the motion, and there's a breaking ball. That one misses down, and the count is 2-0. As we said, the home plate umpire is Ted Barrett today. Barrett typically is a longtime veteran umpire who is pretty steady behind the dish. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count is now 2-1 on Sanchez. Sanchez's power numbers have not wavered. He's probably on pace to hit between 20 and 25 homers once the season is completed. There's a breaking ball that is swung on and missed, and the count goes to 2-2. His batting average, though, on the other side, he doesn't make enough contact to get on base enough. He's languishing at 227. I would think that they'd probably be more happy with Sanchez in the 250 to 260 range as a hitter. Here's the offering from Bieber. It's a fastball swung on. It's grounded over to third. Fielded neatly by Ramirez. He throws to first. That is going to retire Sanchez on a ground out, 5-3 for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to bring up the third baseman, Gio Urshela. For Urshela on the season, he's batting .258. He's got 7 homers and 33 runs batted in. Urshela digs himself in, ready to face the first offering from Bieber. And here comes the first pitch. It is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. I didn't see for sure, but that looked like a two-seamer as the pitch had a lot of backdoor run on it. Was able to cut across the plate. So 1 strike it is to Urshela. Bieber rocks into the motion. He kicks and he fires. There's a fastball swung on, and it's fouled straight back. Urshela was right on that pitch. So no balls and 2 strikes to Gio Urshela. The season against the Guardians, Urshela is 13 for 39. He's having himself a decent year against the Guardians. This is an interdivision battle here. And here comes the pitch from Bieber. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep center field. There's lots of room, though, for the center fielder Straw to haul it in, and that is going to retire the Twins 3 up, 3 down here in the second inning. Urshela gave it a ride, but not far enough. And there was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 1.5 in Cleveland. It is the Guardians nothing, the Twins nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in a few minutes with the call of the bottom of the second inning. We're glad you guys could jump in and check it out today. Hang tight, everybody. Here is our friend Steve again.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OPC baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Welcome back, everybody. We are cruising to the bottom of the second inning. It is going to be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the Cleveland lineup to face the right-hander, Chris Archer. It'll be Owen Miller, Andreas Jimenez, and Oscar Gonzalez to get things going. Archer was pretty effective in his first inning of work. He allowed 1 hit, Was able to keep the hitters off balance. Here comes the first pitch to Miller. That is a fastball that catches the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Miller. For Miller on the season, he's batting .249. He's got 4 homers and 33 RBIs. He really had a hot start to the campaign. And Archer rocks in the motion. He delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. The count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Miller. Miller has cooled off significantly as his average has settled in around the .250 mark. Here comes the 0-2 offering as Archer rocks into the motion. He kicks and fires. It's a breaking ball that misses well off the outside corner. The count goes to 1-2. When you look at the Guardians lineup, and you see how many players are homegrown and how many have been brought in as acquisitions or trades, there's not too many homegrown players in the Guardians lineup. So here comes the 1-2 pitch from Archer. There's a fastball swung on it. It's grounded softly to short. It's fielded by Correa. He throws to first, and that is going to retire Miller for the first out of the inning. Goes in the books as a ground out, 6-3 for out number 1. That is going to bring up the second baseman, Andreas Jimenez. For Jimenez on the season, he's batting .309. He's got 8 homers and 35 runs batted in. And the way he has played this year, he's just got to pick up the pace a little bit to have a shot to be a 2020 guy. He has 8 bombs and 6 stolen bases. I think the Guardians have had some value in the trades that they've made. Certainly the trade with San Diego. There was a first pitch delivered. It is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0 to Jimenez. I think of the trade that they made where they gave up the pitcher Clevenger. I believe Greg Allen was the other one in the trade that was predominant, going to the Padres, and in return they pulled in an absolute massive haul. And here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that is taken for a called strike. Count is 1-1. And the haul I'm talking about is they were able to acquire Josh Naylor. They got Owen Miller in the trade. They were able to get the catcher Austin Hedges, who's out right now on the disabled list with a concussion. And here comes the offering to Jimenez. It's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Jimenez. Archer gets the side from his catcher Sanchez. He rocks into the motion. Now he kicks and fires. It is a breaking ball that is waved at and missed, and the count is now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Owen Miller. As we said, that trade with Clevenger going to the Padres really has modified the Guardians lineup. There's a fastball swung on and it is grounded foul just past the first base bag, and that's going to keep the count at 2-2. There's a couple other players in that deal. Obviously, the pitcher Cal Quantrill was also a part of that trade. And there's a young player down in the minors who's made his debut with the Guardians. That's Gabriel Arias. They believe that he is a middle infielder of the future. His future is quickly going to be now in the next year or so. They also got a Joey Cantillo as well. I don't know a whole lot about him. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now runs to 3-2 on Jimenez. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Oscar Gonzalez is waiting his turn on deck. So here comes the 3-2 offering to Jimenez, and there's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on, and it's fouled off the catcher Sanchez. Looks like he's going to be okay, though. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Sanchez was very fortunate. It just got him above the family jewels. So no harm, no foul to Sanchez there. So Archer ready to deliver the payoff pitch once again. Here's the 3-2, and it is a breaking ball that is swung on and missed. Jimenez is retired on strikes for out number 2. That's going to leave it up to Oscar Gonzalez here in the second inning to see if he can do something with the Minnesota right-hander. For Gonzalez on the season, he's batting .285. He's got a couple of homers and 14 RBIs. It was our first look at Gonzalez the other day. We saw that Gonzalez really fills out a uniform well. He looks like he can run. He can do a lot of things. So here comes the first offering from Archer. It's a fastball that misses upstairs. And the count is quickly 1-0 to Gonzalez. They do have the infield played around to the right side. Urshela is the only fielder to the left of second base. Archer rocks into the motion. Now he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses upstairs. They do appeal down to first, or to the third base umpire, but the third base umpire said he went. Oh, check that. He didn't go. It's 2-0. The home plate umpire, Ted Barrett, held up the 2-0 sign. So here comes the 2-0 offering. There is a fastball that is swung on and missed, and the count now goes to 2-1 on Gonzalez. So 2 balls and 1 strike it is. Both of these starting pitchers are really surprised at how slow they kind of work here. Archer, as we said, he takes his time when he goes into the step back, and now he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball at 93 miles an hour that misses outside, and the count is 3-1. One of the things that you normally see is good tempo and good pace from the starters. It's the relievers who seem to slow the game down a bit when they come in. But Bieber and Archer are not the quickest. Comes the 3-1 offering from Archer. He rocks and he delivers, and it is a breaking ball swung on and missed. The count now runs full on Gonzalez. This is the third hitter so far that Archer has gone full on in the first 2 innings. He's only faced 7 batters. It's never a telltale sign, or it's never a good sign when the pitchers are going to 3-2 on the hitters. Here comes the 3-2 offering. There is a breaking ball that misses down, and Gonzalez has got himself a 2-out walk. That is going to bring up the catcher, Sandy Leon. Sandy Leon was recently acquired by the Guardians from the Cincinnati organization. This is his 3rd appearance with the Guardians this year. He's an 11-year or a 10-year Major League veteran entering into this season. He is 0 for 3. He originally began his big league career with the Washington organization. He moved on to Boston for quite a few years. He was with Cleveland for a cup of coffee in 2020. He does have some familiarity with some of the players and some of the pitchers on the team. So Archer now comes set at the belt. He checks the runner at first, and now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that is taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. I think if I'm Sandy Leon, I'm probably going to have a couple of conversations with the home plate umpire when I come back next inning. That pitch looked like it was up and out of the zone. Sometimes the catcher will say, hey, I'm here to protect you. You got to protect me too, right? There's a pitch that's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count now goes even to 1-1. The umpires have got to look out for the catchers, and the catchers have to look out for the umpires. So 1 ball and 1 strike. The runner at first is Gonzalez. There's 2 away here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Archer holds at the belt, and now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-1 on Leon. Leon is looking for his first hit of the 2022 campaign. Last time he is only a .211 hitter. He's not known for his offense. He had good years. His better years were probably back with Boston in the 2015, 16, 17 time. And there's a fastball that misses up, and the count is now 3-1. And I think I can understand the frustration from Chris Archer, because that pitch to Leon was pretty much the same as the first pitch that he got called as a strike. So he went back to the well, and that one was ruled a ball. So it's now 3-1 to Sandy Leon. Archer comes set at the belt, and now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. And that pitch also was up in the zone, very similar to the one before, and this one gets called a strike. So the home plate umpire, Ted Barrett, is having his challenges back behind the dish today. That sure looked like it was ball 4 because it was very similar to the last pitch. So 3 balls and 2 strikes it is to Leon. Archer leans in. He gets his sign from his catcher, but now Leon has asked for time and steps out. He's adjusting his batting gloves, and now he gets himself set back in the box, ready to get the 3-2 offering from Chris Archer. Archer checks the sign from his catcher, and now he comes set at the belt, and he kicks and fires. It's a breaking ball that misses down. That is back-to-back walks allowed by the visitor from Minnesota, and it is going to bring up the center fielder, Miles Straw. So all of this has happened with 2 outs. He was able to retire Miller on a ground ball and struck out Jimenez, and now back-to-back walks to Gonzalez and Leon have runners at first and second with 2 away, and Miles Straw steps to the plate. For Straw, his average has dipped below 200. He's batting .199. He's got no homers and 8 RBIs. He does have 11 stolen bases on the season. The Guardians acquired Straw from the Houston organization last year. Slotted in nicely in center field defensively. And the first pitch is a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is 1-0. One would have to think that probably want to get a visit to the mound here pretty quickly to see what's going on with Archer. We do have time called as Gary Sanchez has gone out to talk to his pitcher. So all of a sudden, it seems like he's lost command of his pitches after he's walked the last 2 batters, and Miles Straw started with the first pitch ball. I haven't seen Archer pitch in a couple of years, and so far in the first inning looked pretty good. But he's falling apart a little bit here in the second inning of work. On the season, he has walked approximately 1 every other inning, just shy of that. Here comes the 1-0 offering. It's a fastball that's taken for a called strike, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Straw. Archer adjusts his cap, and now he gets back on the rubber. He gets the sign from Gary Sanchez. And now he comes set at the belt. He checks the runner at second and kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 1-2. So Miles Straw had to do a double take on that, as the pitch looked like it was up in the zone. I know we get the K zones, and you get to see what that looks like on the TV monitors, and that is fairly consistent. Here comes the offering, and it's a fastball that misses down in the dirt. It squirts away from the catcher Sanchez, and the runners are going to move up a base. So now you've got 2 runners in scoring position. I'm not sure how they're going to rule it, but I would think that's going to be a wild pitch. We'll double check with the official scorer on that one, but it looks like it was definitely a wild pitch. Sanchez did not do a good job of blocking it. And that's exactly what it went down as. It is a wild pitch. He definitely filled the hole, but he couldn't control it. The ball ended up getting away on him, so here comes the 2-2 offering now to Straw. Archer delivers. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and now the count goes to 3-2. And I can understand the frustration of Archer because that pitch, though it looks like it's on the K zone out of the zone, he has been getting that call. So keep your eye on the home plate umpire between these 2 teams today. We could have fireworks later in the game if Barrett's unable to clean it up. So here comes the 3-2 pitch. Archer holds at the belt, and now he delivers. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and Archer has walked the bases loaded here in the second inning, all with 2 out. And that is going to bring up the top of the order, Stephen Kwan, and that's going to get Rocco Baldelli on the phone to the bullpen. I don't think we've seen a mound visit yet, but here comes the pitching coach, Wes Johnson. He's on his way to the mound. We saw a couple of these visits the other day. Wes, he's just a little guy, and so when he gets to the mound, he gets right up into the face of the pitcher, and he's looking upwards at them. So I don't know if this is something that is Chronic with Wes Johnson, but that's what he likes to do. He gets right up on top of the pitcher, and then he looks straight up at them. And that's what he's doing here, too, as they're on the mound having their conference. Now, the home plate umpire is out, and Johnson's got a few words for him, as the rest of the discussions are still taking place between Sanchez and Archer. Now Ted Barrett has got the group broken up, and we're ready to get this one back underway. So the bases are full of Guardians. The runner at third is Gonzalez. The runner at second is Leon. The runner at first is Miles Straw. Stephen Kwan steps to the plate. He is 4 for 14 in the series. He's batting .286 on the season. And he struck out in his first at bat. So Archer, who's got himself into a bit of a pickle here, ready to deliver to Kwan. Here comes the first offering. He kicks and fires. It's a breaking ball that misses down for ball one, and the count is 1-0. This probably wasn't what Rocco Baldelli envisioned this morning when he got up. With Chris Archer, you got to expect that he's going to be throwing strikes. And there's a fastball that misses up and away, and that the count is 2-0. Archer in jeopardy of not just walking the bases loaded as he's done, but walking in a run. There is action in the Minnesota bullpen. It's Tyler Thornburg who's now up and throwing. Or maybe he's throwing up in the bullpen. I don't know. So here comes the 2-0 pitch. Archer delivers. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 2-1. I would think Kwan is going to be firmly planting that bat on the shoulder here. Maybe taking at least another pitch or two in this at bat. So here comes the 2-1 offering, and it's a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Stephen Kwan. Nomar Rosario waits his turn on deck. There's nowhere to put Kwan as the bases are full of Guardians. Archer shakes off his catcher, and now he comes set at the belt. And here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. It's going to reach the seats over the third base dugout side, and that's going to run the count now to 3-2. It's a fairly healthy crowd here on Getaway Day in Cleveland. We saw the Tuesday game, and the Tuesday game had a lot of empty seats. Don't know what the early attendance estimations are here, but I can tell you there's a lot more people in the seats today than there was on Tuesday. So here comes the 3-2 offering, and Archer delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses outside, and Stephen Kwan has just got himself an RBI as he's been walked. It's going to cash in Oscar Gonzalez. It's going to move Sandy Leon over to third, and Miles Straw is now at second. That's 4 walks in a row by Chris Archer. He's having an absolute meltdown here in the second inning. And all of this has come with 2 outs. And Archer's begging for calls. It's not even close. Not sure what he's begging for because he hasn't been close in this inning. So if you're a Minnesota Twins fan and you're frustrated right now, and the first pitch is a fastball that misses inside to Rosario, maybe he'll cap it off with a hit batter here to finish off his day. So Rosario today is 0 for 1. He's 9 for 16 in the series. His average has dipped to 292 on the season. There's a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded over to third. It's fielded neatly by the third baseman, Urshela, who throws to second for the fielder's choice. It's going to retire Kwan at second. So fielder's choice, 5-4 to end the inning. But the Guardians, they get themselves a run in the inning on the benefit of no hits. There was no errors, and there were 3 runners left aboard. We are now through 2 complete innings. It is the Guardians 1 and the Twins nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with all the action for you. We're glad you guys could be here with us. Here's our friend Steve Rademacher again.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars, That's my channel name and my name, and I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
Welcome back, everybody. We are now cruising to the top of the third inning. The Guardians got on the board in their half of the second inning with 2 outs. Chris Archer walked the bases loaded and proceeded to walk Stephen Kwan with the bases loaded, and that is how the Guardians got their 1 run. It's going to be the 9-1-2 hitters in the batting order coming up to face Shane Bieber. It'll be Gilberto Celestino, Luis Arias, and Byron Buxton. So 9-1-2 in the batting order for the Twins. For Celestino on the season, he's batting .289. He's got no homers and 6 runs batted in. He is definitely played some pretty good center field for the Twins this year. There is a breaking ball delivered, and it's taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Celestino. The often injured Byron Buxton is the designated hitter in this one. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now runs to 0-2. So Celestino, at least defensively, has been a good option, and he's not been horrific offensively. He's been getting on base. He's just not got any extra juice or power to go with his stuff. And there's a check swing foul ball that lands at the feet of Sandy Leon, and the count remains at 0-2. Celestino, native of the Dominican Republic, he's a young fellow. Made his major league debut last year. There's a breaking ball that misses down in the dirt. The count is 1-2. Last year, of his 8 hits, 5 were for extra bases. He only hit 136 last year. This year, 7 of his 37 hits have been for extra bases, so he's kind of a Punch and Judy type hitter. So here comes the 1-2 offering. There's a breaking ball that is swung on and missed, and Celestino is retired on strikes for out number 1 here in the top of the third. That'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Luis Arias. For Arias, he's 1 for 1 today. He singled, but was erased when he was trying to steal second. He's pulled his average up to .340 on the season. He's got that 4 homers and 27 RBIs. Bieber picks up the rosin bag, and that's a little bit more rosin, and here he's ready to go back to work. Bieber rocks into the motion. He kicks and he fires. It's a breaking ball that misses upstairs. Count is 1-0 to Arias. Arias for the series is 4 for 18. It's not helped his season-long batting average. Here's a fastball that swung on, and it's grounded foul. It's fielded by the first base coach, who's flips it into the stands for a souvenir for a young Guardian fan. The count is now 1-1 to Arias. Just a couple of reminders. We'll be back on the airwaves tomorrow for some more afternoon baseball, as we're going to do the Red Sox and the Cubs. So hopefully y'all can come and join us for that one. Love to have you in here again. And then, of course, our bread and butter is the Japanese games at night. We'll be on at 10 o'clock Pacific or 1 a.m. Eastern on Friday / Saturday morning for the Saturday Japanese games. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 2-1. We'll be calling the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles and the Saitama Cebu Lions. We'll be doing them both on Friday and Saturday North American time. So be sure to join us for all the NPB action. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Arias. Bieber rocks into the motion. He kicks and he delivers. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into left field. It's going to get down in front of Kwan. That is going to be a one-out single for Arias. He keeps his hot bat swinging here as that's his second hit of the ball game. Arias does a really good job of staying inside the ball and going the other way with the pitch. Shortens up on the right-hander Bieber and able to drill that ball into left field. It's going to bring up the designated hitter, Byron Buxton. Buxton is only 2 for 12 on the series. He's hitting .234 on the season. They've got him shifted to the left side of the infield with 3 infielders set up like a wall. So here comes the first offering to Buxton. It is a fastball, take it for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. He was retired on strikes his first time up, and it was a steady diet of breaking balls from Bieber that was able to put Buxton away. So he kept them off balance there with a fastball on the first pitch. I would think from this point on, it's going to be a steady diet of breaking balls here. So here comes the 0-1 offering. And there's a fastball that swung on and fouled away. So now it's 0-2. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm anticipating. My anticipation is not as good as Buxton's. Ball was hammered into the camera well. Had to send the photographers and the television folks scrambling for cover. So no balls and 2 strikes to Buxton. Bieber holds at the belt, then he fires over to first base, and diving back in time is the runner Arias. Some quick feet there by Bieber. A good snap throw over to first base. Almost got the runner Arias. Arias is a lot of gold chains hanging around his neck. I might drag him down a little bit. Here comes the 0-2 offering to Buxton. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. It is popped up. It's in foul territory on the right side. Racing in is Owen Miller, and he's going to make the grab, and that is going to retire Buxton for the second out of the inning. So Buxton is gone, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, Carlos Correa. For Correa, he is officially 0 for 0 today as he walked his first time up. He was stranded at second base in the first inning. On the season, he's batting .301. He's got 9 homers and 28 runs batted in. He is 3 for 10 in this series. He waggles the bat and waits on the offering from Bieber, who holds at the belt, and now he kicks and fires. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Carlos Correa. Correa digs himself in. He waggles the bat, and he's ready to get the next offering from Bieber. Bieber holds at the belt, and now he kicks and fires. It is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. And the count is 1-1. There's 2 away here in the top of the third. The runner at first is Arias. We got a 1-1 count to Correa. He waggles the bat. And again, waiting for Shane Bieber to come set and deliver the pitch. He holds at the belt, and again, Bieber throws over to first, and again, Arias is back safely. We said in the first inning that Arias really isn't a threat to run. He's only got 2 stolen bases on the year, and as those words came out of her mouth, he took off for second base. He was caught stealing. The throw was not a particularly good one by Sandy Leon. So we may see him try to challenge again. Here's the 1-1 offering. There's a fastball that catches the outside corner. It's taken for a called strike. So just as in the last half inning when Chris Archer wasn't happy, now Carlos Correa is not particularly happy as the count is now 1-2. I would say that pitch did catch the outside corner based on what we can see off of the camera views and the replays. So here's the 1-2 offering. And Bieber delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into shallow right field. Coming in is Gonzalez. He's not going to be able to make the play. It's going to drop in front of him, and Correa's aboard with a 2-out single, and that's going to put runners at first and second. That's going to bring up Max Kepler to the plate. So neither of these starting pitchers are making it easy on themselves. It's been a Bit of a Houdini act for both of the pitchers. They've got themselves into trouble with 2 outs a couple of times now, and here comes Kepler. Kepler is 1 for 1 today. He singled his first time up. He's batting .240 on the season with 8 homers and 35 runs batted in. Kepler bats from the left side, waiting on the offering from Bieber. There's a breaking ball down in the dirt, and the count is 1-0. Both of these pitchers are not very economical so far with their pitchers. Usually 15 pitches an inning is what you look for from your pitchers. Chris Archer has thrown 53 pitches in his 2 innings of work. And Bieber is now approaching 50 pitches here for the Guardians. He's thrown 3 innings, or almost 3 innings. And here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count is now 2-0 to Kepler. Kepler will be followed by Jose Miranda. Should Kepler be able to find a way on base? Here comes the 2-0 offering from Bieber. He kicks and he fires. It's a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and now the count is 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes. Bieber gets himself on the rubber. Kepler waggles the bat. And Bieber holds at the belt. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike. And the count is 3-1. That was the 50th pitch of the ball game now for Bieber. I have a feeling we're going to be into the bullpens earlier than anticipated today. The starters, if they can get 5 innings here, it would be probably a miracle. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is now 3-2 to Kepler. So the runner at second is Arias. The runner at first is Correa. It's 3-2 now to Kepler. The runners are going to be on the move. When he delivers to the plate, comes the 3-2 offering. And he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that's swung on and fouled away. That's going to keep the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Jose Miranda is waiting his turn on deck as he's slated to follow Kepler here. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Kepler. The runners are on the move, and here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses outside. It's going to be ball 4, and Bieber has loaded the bases. So much the similar pattern like last inning when the right-hander Chris Archer ran himself into trouble. So too has Shane Bieber with 2 away. That's going to bring up the first baseman Miranda, and it's going to bring a visit out to the mound from the Cleveland pitching coach. Miranda today is 0 for 1. He struck out his only time up. His average has slipped to 238. He's got 5 homers and 17 RBIs. He was another one who got a steady diet of breaking balls in his first at bat. I would think that would probably be what's on the agenda here as well. So the conference is over, and Bieber is ready to get back onto the hill to face the right-handed hitting Jose Miranda, who gets the start at first base today. So Bieber leans in. He checks the sign from his catcher, Leon. He comes set at the belt. He's throwing from the stretch. And now he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that is for a called strike, or swung on and missed. The count is quickly 0-1. As we said, probably going to be a steady diet of off-speed stuff here for Miranda. So here comes the 0-1 offering. I would expect another one right here and now. Here's the pitch from Bieber. No, it's a fastball instead, and it's swung on and it's driven into right center field. It's going to get down. It's up in the gap. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. And here comes the throw, and sliding in safely and scoring all the way from first base is Max Kepler. It is a 3-1 Twins lead on 1 swing of the bat. So it's a double for Miranda, 3 RBIs. Ball was absolutely scorched. Arraez scores, Correa scores, and Kepler scores, and the Twins have taken a 3-1 lead here in the 3rd inning. You would have asked me before this game started, I would have said no way we would have the scoring and the amount of pitches we've seen so far. Both of these pitchers have got themselves into trouble. For Miranda, that was his 11th double of the season. That's going to bring up Alex Kirilloff. And here's the first offering to Kirilloff. It's a breaking ball that misses inside, and the count is 1-0. I'm not sure why that pitch was delivered and where it was. The first pitch that was offered to Miranda was a breaking ball, swung on and missed, and then he came back with the fastball, and he drove it into right field. I would have thought that maybe he would have changed the eye level of the hitter. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 2-0. One would have expected that maybe he would have went in a little different location. He threw the fastball in the same spot as he threw the breaking ball. The breaking ball was hammered. Now, there's a breaking ball that is swung on and missed by Kirilloff, and the count is now 2-1. So the runner at second is Miranda. The Twins have scored 3, and they're looking to add to their totals. There's 2 away here in the top of the 3rd inning. Miranda establishes his lead. Bieber comes set at the belt, and now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is tapped slowly to first. It is fielded by Miller. He's going to take it himself. It's going to go down as he ground out to 3 for out number 3. But damage has been done, and it all came with 2 outs. There were 3 runs in the inning by the Twins. They were able to get themselves 3 hits. There was no errors and 1 runner left aboard. We are now through 2.5 innings. It is the Minnesota Twins 3, the Cleveland Guardians 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in a few minutes with the call at the bottom of the 3rd inning. Glad you guys could pop in and check it out today. We appreciate you all for listening. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back.
Hey, guys, and thank you, Freddie. Steve coming back at you. That's right, Steve Rademacher. I would like to thank each and every one of you that is tuned into my channel. And today, let's do a little shout out for some other great channels you should be watching. There is WVlogs 18. There's Big D's Sports and Collectibles. You all know another Hollis build. Why not Like Father, Like Son? That's a great duo that does some great stuff. It shows some great cards. And of course, the one and only Bud Stoney, creators of One of Ones, the creator of One of Ones, and they're all signed on the back. Bud Stoney, 1 of 1, like this beautiful Robin Yount that he made for me. He made me another Robin Yount, this time a mini, and a Christian Yelich mini. Great cards, and he does more than cards. We have darts of Hulk Hogan and many other things. So give them a look-see and give me another look-see. Subscribers are always welcome, and back to Freddie.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the Guardian lineup to face Chris Archer, who was back in for his 3rd inning of work. He's now got a 3-1 lead after that pretty much disastrous 2nd inning. He was able to escape, but Shane Bieber was not. 53 pitches for Archer in his first 2 innings. The first pitch he delivers to Ramirez is a breaking ball that misses down low, and the count is 1-0. Ramirez, Naylor, and Miller here in the third inning to face the right-hander Archer. And Archer rocks into the motion and delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 2-0. Archer has not been very effective today and able to locate his pitches. So 2 balls and no strikes to Ramirez. Ramirez did single in the first inning, but was erased on a fielder's choice. There is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes to Jose Ramirez. So we're back to where we started here with the walks, and here comes the 3-0. It's a fastball that catches the outside corner, and the count is now 3-1. I think if I'm Ramirez, I'd probably park my bat on my shoulder again this time. I know he's the best hitter in the Cleveland batting order, but the way Archer is, he's basically walked 4 of the last 5 batters he's faced. Comes the 3-1 offering. There's a breaking ball swung on it, is popped up in foul territory. It's going to be playable on the third base side. Gio Urshela comes in. He makes the catch, and that is going to retire Ramirez for the first out of the inning. I talk about helping out the pitcher, and that's exactly what happened here. It's going to bring up the designated hitter, Josh Naylor. For Naylor, he bounced into a fielder's choice his first time up. He's 0 for 1 today. He had the big deal last night as he hit the walk-off home run in the bottom of the 10th inning to win the ball game for the Guardians. So Naylor ready for the first offering from Archer. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Naylor. This young Guardian lineup, mixed with the pretty good pitching that they have, is going to be exciting to watch for years to come. And here comes the 1-0 offering. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 2-0. They're not that far behind. It is the battle of the first place and second place teams in the American League Central here today. Both of these teams are in the top 2 spots. The Minnesota Twins have a 2-game lead over the Guardians. This is definitely a swing game. Here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count goes to 3-0. Six batters today out of the so far 13 that Chris Archer has faced have gone to full counts. And here comes the 3-0 offering to Naylor. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. Naylor started to go toward first base because he thought it might have been ball 4. But now the count is 3-1. The win today, the Guardians would only be a game back of Minnesota. So this game was almost worth a 2-point swing in the standings. Here comes the offering from Archer. It's a fastball swung on it, is taken on one hop by the first baseman, Miranda. That ball was scorched by Naylor. That's going to go down as a ground out to 3 for the second out of the inning. So 2 away, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, Owen Miller. This afternoon game here today is pretty much the only game in town right now. The other ball games are all later starts. At 6:05 Eastern time, it'll be the Braves and the Phillies. 6:10, it'll be the Yankees and the Astros. So that's 3 o'clock, 3:05 and 3:10 on the West Coast. There's a fastball that's delivered upstairs to Miller, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. I have to say that Chris Archer has been very fortunate here so far facing the Cleveland hitters. Here comes the 1-0 offering, and it's a fastball that hits Miller, and he is going to be aboard. That's the first hit by pitch. You can kind of see it coming. I could see it coming in the last inning. I thought maybe Archer was going to dot one of those guys with the bases loaded. I hear a fastball right into the back of Miller. He was very fortunate. Kind of grazed them as it shot off toward the third base dugout. So Miller is aboard. It is going to bring up Andreas Jimenez to the plate. Jimenez is 0 for 1 today. He struck out his first time up. His average has dipped to 308 on the season. And here comes the first offering from Archer. It is a fastball that misses outside. The count is 1-0. Just have to do a little check on my homework here. We had Oscar Gonzalez in the starting lineup for the Guardians. On deck is Palacios. So he must have been a late moment. Scratch was Gonzalez. There is a breaking ball swung on and missed. And the count is now 1-1 to Jimenez. So 1 ball and 1 strike. And here comes the offering from Archer. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. And that runs the count now to 1-2 on Jimenez. They try to find out what happened to Gonzalez as he was in that pregame stuff, pregame lineup. So Archer leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher, Sanchez. Here comes the 1-2 offering. And he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded up the middle. It is fielded neatly by the shortstop, or checked that the third baseman who was over in the shift. Gio Urshela fields it. He backhand flips it over to Carlos Correa on the bag at second base. It's going to go down as a 5-4 fielder's choice, or 5-6 fielder's choice. And that is going to do it here for the Guardians in their half of the third inning. So for the Guardians, they had no runs. There were no hits. There were no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We're now through 3 complete. It is the Minnesota Twins 3, the Guardians 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple minutes with the call of the top of the 4th inning. We're glad you guys could be here with us. Here is one of our Did You Knows. Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the top of the 4th inning. It is going to be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters in the Twins batting order to face the right-hander Shane Bieber. That means it's going to be Gary Sanchez, Gio Urshela, and Gilberto Celestino. So 7, 8, and 9 in the batting order. And Bieber ready to go back to work here as he's stepped off the rubber and he's signaling to his catcher, Leon. Hang tight, everybody. Apologies on the dead air there, everybody. We just had a little mishap here we had to take care of. We've got the right-handed batter, Giro Urshela, who's now stepped in at the plate. We'll get you the update on the result of Gary Sanchez. He takes a first pitch for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and one strike. Sometimes that happens. You got little mishaps, and we had to take care of something there, and we apologize for that. Here comes the 0-1 offering. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Urshela. He's waggling the bat, and here comes the offering from Bieber. It's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 0-2. The Gary Sanchez had grounded out 5-3. And his at bat on that first pitch that was delivered. That's the second time, by the way, today that he has grounded out. So here's the 0-2 pitch from Bieber. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is hit back off the pitcher, Bieber. He backhand flips it over to first, and they're going to retire Urshela. It's going to go down as a ground out 1-3. It was a comebacker that hit him. The pitch was a breaking ball, and it went off the right leg of Bieber. As he fielded it, he backhand flipped it over to the first baseman, Miller. So no luck here. We've seen some odd things in Cleveland in the games. Even the game yesterday, there were some odd happenings. I don't know if it's full moon week or something. So this brings up Gilberto Celestino. Celestino is 0-1 today. He struck out his first time up. And here's Bieber into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. Celestino's average has slipped to 287 on the season. There's 1 ball and no strikes. And here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down and away. They appeal to the first base umpire. Lance Barksdale said no, he didn't go, and that's going to run the count now to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes to Celestino. There's 2 away here in the top of the 4th. Bieber goes back to work, and he delivers a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is now 2-1. Much more economical inning for Bieber here, as he's now at 68 pitches as that fastball has been swung on and fouled away. The count is now 2-2. As we said, we'd be kind of surprised if these pitchers get much more than 5 innings under their belt. The hitters, it's not like they've been working the counts. It's the pitchers have not been able to throw enough strikes. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. It's going to reach the seats up on the first base side, and that's going to keep the count at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bieber ready to go back to work. He rocks in the motion and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses off the outside corner. That runs the count to 3-2. Bieber did have a 1-2 inning in the second inning where he retired the side in order. It's not been the case for Chris Archer today. So here comes the 3-2 pitch from Bieber, but instead Celestino has stepped out, and we're going to do this all over. So here comes the 3-2 offering. There is a breaking ball again swung on and again fouled away. The count remains at 3-2 to Celestino. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bieber works and rocks in the motion. There's a fastball swung on, and it is lined right to the first baseman, Miller. Another ball hit on the screws, but definitely right to the glove of the first baseman, and that is going to do it here for the Twins in their half of the 4th. They had no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're now through 3.5. It is the Minnesota Twins 3, the Guardians of Cleveland 1. We'll be back in just a couple of moments with the call of the bottom of the 4th inning. Glad you guys could be here with us. Here's another one of our Did You Knows. This time, Shane Bieber style. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom of the fourth inning. It is going to be Richie Palacios, Sandy Leon, and Miles Straw to face the right-hander Chris Archer. Palacios, we had originally, he was a late addition to the starting lineup as Oscar Gonzalez was scratched. Palacios is in the ball game here. We had to take a peek and see what the situation was with him, and we haven't quite nailed down what happened to the original starter, Gonzalez. Palacios is batting .268 on the season. He's got no homers and 10 runs batted in. He hits from the left side against the right-hander Archer. And Archer goes into the motion and he delivers. The first pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is quickly 0-1 to Palacios. He has the brother Josh Palacios, and he's also the nephew of Ray Palacios, so there is some professional baseball pedigree in his background. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 0-2. Palacios, Leon, and Straw here in the fourth inning to face Chris Archer. Talking about being economical with pitches, Archer was at 69 pitches in his first 3 innings of work. We said it'll be interesting to see if either of these pitchers can get through the 5 innings. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-2 now to Palacios. That happens sometimes. You don't necessarily have the command and control of your pitches. You're all over the map. And both of these starters seem to be bit by that bug today. Here's the 1-2 offering. Archer rocks in the delivery, and there's a fastball that swung on and fouled away. The count is 1-2. Still. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Richie Palacios. Archer gets the sign from his catcher Sanchez. He rocks back into this windup and he delivers. It is a fastball that misses off the outside corner, and the count now runs to 2-2. We did that little pulse check in the last inning, and we said of the up to the moment, the 16 batters that Archer has faced, he has gone to a full count on hitters 6 times. And there's a fastball swung on. It is grounded over to first. It's picked up neatly by Miranda, and he steps on the bag himself. It's going to go down as a ground out to 3 for out number 1. It's going to bring up the catcher, Sandy Leon. And so when you can continually are in and behind in the count, or they work it to full count, makes it very, very difficult to manage your pitch counts if you're always getting worked like that. And that is exactly where Archer is. He's at 75 pitches here at 3 1/3 innings. So Sandy Leon, who is 0 for 0, he walked his first time up. He was in that parade of walks. And Archer had in the first inning as he walked the bottom 3 guys in the batting order. And there's a first pitch fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Leon waggles the bat. Archer rocks into the motion. He kicks and he delivers. It's a fastball that misses up and away, and the count now goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. The Twins did have Tyler Thornburg up and throwing back in the second inning. There's no action right now in either of these teams' bullpens. Here comes the offering from Archer. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count is now 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is. Archer holds at the belt. He rocks into the motion, and now he kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on it. Is popped up over on the third base side. Coming over on it is Gio Urshela. He's going to make the catch. Where Urshela was positioned on Leon, he was basically in the shortstop position. He had to come all the way across the diamond to be able to bring that one down or to make that catch. He is now the second out of the inning is Leon, and that is going to bring up the center fielder, Miles Straw. It's another one of those non-traditional positions on the pop-up on the side where the shift wasn't on. The player who was left on that side just has to cover a lot of real estate to get there. So it turns a routine out into a bit more of an adventure. The first pitch delivered to Straw is a fastball that misses inside, and the count is 1-0. The second inning is the inning that stands out for Archer as he threw 38 pitches in that inning. But he was able to escape by only allowing one run. Here comes the offering to Straw. It is a fastball that misses inside, and the count's now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. But the ironic part about that second inning is it was when Archer got the first 2 outs. He had a ground ball out and a strikeout, and then everything all fell apart. He started walking the yard. So here comes the 2-0 offering. It's a fastball that just misses a little bit low. I'm not sure about that one. That's going to run the count now to 3-0, and we're back to where it was with Ted Barrett. There were some pitches earlier, but I really don't like the way that Gary Sanchez receives the pitches. We talk about frames and framing balls. He takes the pitch and he jerks it right up to his face, hoping to get the call. Well, he missed the call, and there's a fastball that misses inside, and Straw is aboard with a base on balls. Yet another 2-out walk by Archer. That's his 5th walk of the ball game. So 5 walks and a hit by pitch so far delivered today by Archer, and this is going to bring up Stephen Kwan. Kwan today is 0 for 1. He has struck out, and he had a bases-loaded walk where he knocked in a run. Our friend James Ill is in the house, and he says, do you see Cleveland winning? There's a pitch that is down in the dirt, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes to Kwan. Yeah, I do. I think that there's still enough time in this game, and they can get into the bullpen. I don't know if I like the Twins bullpen any better than the Guardians bullpen. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. We had a poll on our channel the other day. We do have a new pitcher. It is Giovanni Moran up in the bullpen, a lefty. Earlier it was Tyler Thornburg. So here comes the 1-1 offering to Kwan, but instead Archer throws over to first. Diving back in time is the runner Straw. I think if I'm the Guardians, I would put Straw in motion right now. This is a great situation to run on. You can steal the bag, you're in scoring position. If he ends up getting thrown out, then you've got your leadoff hitter coming up in the top of the 5th inning. So we'll keep an eye on the base runner. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count is now 2 balls and 1 strike to Kwan. Definitely have him in motion. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Archer holds at the belt, and now he kicks and fires. It's a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count goes to 3-1 on Kwan. So Chris Archer is in jeopardy of walking his 6th batter of the game. As we said, no command or control of his pitches. So 3 balls and 1 strike it is. Archer holds at the belt. And now he kicks and fires. It's a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and that is walk number 6. I'd be shocked if they left him in here. Everything again starting with 2 out. So he gets the first 2 outs, and he walks Miles Straw. Then he walks Stephen Kwan. No movement yet from Rocco Baldelli, but the pitching coach, Wes Johnson, is back onto the mound. He's going to wear a path out to the mound here in this series. Same thing. He gets right out there. It's fascinating to watch. He's not a big guy. He's almost a full head shorter than every other player that's out there on the mound. And he gets right out there and he's looking straight up at the pitcher, giving him what he's got to say. He's usually pretty animated. So there's 2 away here and there's 2 on. And it is going to bring up Ahmed Rosario to the plate, who is 0 for 2. Rosario's grounded to second and he's bounced into a fielder's choice. He was the one who bounced into the fielder's choice to end that second inning. As we said before, there's quite the attendance in Cleveland today. Far better crowd than the Tuesday afternoon crowd in that first end of the doubleheader. So here comes the first offering to Rosario. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. One would have to think that this is the final inning of work for Archer. He's up to 89 pitches now. And here comes the offering. It is the breaking ball swung on and grounded softly to short. It's fielded on the run by Correa. He makes the play and throws it to first. And that is going to retire Rosario on a ground out 6-3 for out number 3. And that will do it here in the 4th inning. There were no runs in the inning. There were 2 hits. Sorry, there were no hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left aboard. Those were 2 walks in the inning. We are now through 4 complete. It is the Minnesota Twins 3, the Cleveland Guardians 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call of the top of the 5th inning in just a couple minutes. We're glad you guys could pop in here and listen with us today. Here is another one of our infomercials from another Hollis build. Be sure to check out Matt after the game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the top of the 5th inning. It's going to be the top of the order coming up for the Twins. Luis Arias, Byron Buxton, and Carlos Correa are coming to bat to face the right-hander Shane Bieber. Arias today has unlocked the key to success against Bieber as he takes a breaking ball over for a called strike. The count is 0-1. He is 2 for 2 today off of the Cleveland starter. He's got a pair of singles. He's 5 for 19 in the series. He's raised his season average up to 343. Rocking into the motion is Bieber, and he delivers a breaking ball that misses upstairs. The count is now 1-1 on Luis Arias. Arias, Buxton, and Correa, the top of the order. John Lill came in the last inning and asked, he says, do you think Cleveland can come back and win? It's amazing right now that they're not winning right now. There's a breaking ball that misses inside, and the count is 2-1 to Arias. And the bases clearing double by Jose Miranda in the 3rd inning. Another one where with all the damage was coming with 2 out. As a fastball swung on and grounded foul over on the first base side, and that runs the count now to 2-2. So that's the bigger investigation, is why is Cleveland not in the lead? 6 walks and a hit batter issued by Chris Archer. In his 4 innings of work, one would have to think that his day will be over. There's a breaking ball that swung on, and it's drilled foul down the left field line. It's going to reach the seats. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still the count here. Reyes is waiting on the offering from the right-hander Bieber. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded over to second. It's neatly backhanded by the second baseman Jimenez. He throws to first, and that is going to be a ground out 4-3 to retire Reyes for out number 1, and that is going to bring up the designated hitter, Byron Buxton. For Buxton on the day, he is 0 for 2. He has struck out, and he has popped out to the first baseman. They play him with 3 fielders to the left side of the infield. Bieber is now up to 78 pitches. He rocks into the motion and kicks and fires. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. At this rate here, Bieber may be able to sneak out for a 6th inning. If they choose to do so. It has to be economical here in which to see that. So here comes the 0-1 offering to Buxton. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is now 0-2. Buxton went down in the first inning on strikes. He got himself a steady diet of breaking balls, and if I'm Bieber, I'm going right back to the well here. It's no balls, 2 strikes. He swung on and missed it too. Throw another one. And again, Bieber steps off the backside of the rubber. He's motions to his catcher, Sandy Leon, that they need to do the signage again. So here comes the offering from Bieber. It's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded softly to third. It's fielded by Ramirez across the diamond. That is going to race Buxton on a ground out 5-3 for out number 2. That is going to leave it up to Carlos Correa. For Correa today, he has been on base twice. He walked in the first inning, and he singled and scored a run in the third. So Correa has raised his season average up to 304. One would have to think that fans of the Minnesota Twins would be happy with this acquisition. He's been fairly decent. And here's the offering from Bieber. It's a breaking ball swung on. It's lifted foul down the first base line. It's going to reach the seats, and that is going to run the count to 0-1 on Correa. Correa's also had a nice series here. He's 4 for 11 so far in this 5-game set. Bieber gets a new baseball. He rubs it up, wipes his brow, and he's ready to go back to work. Here comes the 0-1 to Correa. And Bieber kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses low, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. This has definitely not been one of the more economical games for the pitchers. As Bieber rocks and delivers, it is a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Bieber ready to work. He rocks into the motion. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Bieber holds at the belt. He gets the sign from Leon. And he rocks into the motion and delivers. It is a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, and the count now runs to full on Correa. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bieber again ready to go back to work. He rocks into the motion and kicks and fires. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. It's down the third baseline, and the count remains at 3-2 to Correa. Tristan McKenzie's getting a good laugh in the Guardians dugout. He's one of those guys who likes to reach over and trying to get the foul balls. So, he had some action on that one. Here comes the 3-2 offering again to Correa. Bieber kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball. Waved at and missed. And Correa is gone on strikes for the third out of the inning. So for the Twins, they go quietly in their half of the fifth. There was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 4.5 innings. It is the Twins 3, the Guardians 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. Glad you guys could be here with us. It seems like the hobbyist is in the house. Now we welcome you and thank you for stopping in. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments right after this.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OPC baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and we like your support of our channel, and in turn, we like to support Steve Rademacher. Be sure to check out his channel after the game. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the call of the bottom of the fifth in just a moment. 3-1 Twins over the Guardians. Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the bottom of the fifth inning. It is going to be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the Cleveland batting order. It'll be Jose Ramirez, Josh Naylor, and Owen Miller. There is a pitching change for the Minnesota Twins as Giovanni Moran is coming into the ball game. We'll get you the specs on him in just a couple moments as Chris Archer's day is done. Archer yielded 6 walks and hit a batter in his time on the hill. And so he gave them 4 innings. It was not a great 4 innings. It's going to be the 10th appearance for Moran this season. He doesn't have a record. He's got a 1.46 ERA. He's worked 12 1/3 innings. He's walked 7 and struck out 17. And so it'll be interesting to see how this left-hander is going to go to work. So Giovanni Moran in the ball game. And he is going to be facing Jose Ramirez, who will be batting from the right side for the first time today. And here's the first pitch. It is a fastball at 93 miles an hour, swung on and fouled away. The count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Jose Ramirez. Ramirez today has singled and he has popped out to the third baseman. And no balls and 1 strike it is. Here's the pitch from Moran, and Moran is a fastball taken for a called strike. The count now runs to 0-2 on Ramirez. Ramirez has raised his season average up to 299. He's struggled in this series. He's only 4 for 17 so far in this 5-game set. There's a fastball that swung on and missed, and Ramirez is gone on strikes for out number 1. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, Josh Naylor. For Naylor today, he is 0 for 2. He's bounced into a fielder's choice, and he's also grounded to first. His average has slipped to 268 on the campaign. So the left-hander Moran is on the bump, and he's ready to go back to work. Naylor had asked for some time, and now he digs himself in. He was the hero in last night's game. As we said, he hit the 3-run walk-off homer in the bottom of the 10th inning. The bigger highlight might have been him headbutting Terry Francona. There's a fastball swung on. It's popped up over on the left field side of second base. In shallow outfield, Carlos Correa drifts back, and he makes the catch. And just like that, we've got 2 up and 2 quick outs here in the 5th inning. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Owen Miller. For Miller, he is officially 0 for 1 today. He is grounded to the shortstop, and he was hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning. But he's made some really nice defensive plays at first base. There's been some bullets and absolute missiles hit his way. He's come up with everything so far today. With some one-hop shots he's had to make a couple plays on as well. There's a fastball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. Usually the hot corner is reserved for third base. It seems like first base is where it is today. There was a fastball swung on and fouled away, and it's right off the home plate umpire, Ted Barrett, who Gary Sanchez turns around to check on him. The count is 1-1 to Miller. Miller is 0 for 9 in the series. We said at the beginning of the year, he got off to a really hot start. He's getting the nod at first base. In some ways, it made Bobby Bradley expendable, the former top prospect in the Cleveland organization. Bradley was let go. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted foul down the first base line. It's going to hit the netting just beyond the first base bag. So that's going to keep the count at 1-2. So 1-2 to Miller. There's 2 gone here, and there's a fastball delivered from Moran that is swung on and missed. And that is going to do it here for the Guardians in their half of the 5th inning. They go quietly and in order, 1, 2, 3. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're now through 5 complete. It is Minnesota Twins 3, the Cleveland Guardians 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call. The top of the 6th inning in just a couple moments. I'm glad you guys could be out here with us again today. Here's that Bieber one again for you. Welcome back, everybody. We are ready to get back at this again. It is going to be the top of the 6th inning. It'll be the heart of the Minnesota Twin batting order coming up to face, well, supposed to be facing Shane Bieber. We're going to have to get a check to see if there is going to be a pitching change. It is going to be Kepler, Miranda, and Kirilloff to come up to bat here in the 6th inning. And that is where we stand. There was action earlier in the Twins bullpen. As we said, Thornburg was up, and then Moran came in the last inning. We'll keep our eye if there is going to be some more stuff, but they are going to roll out Shane Bieber to start the 6th inning. He is at 88 pitches through the first 5, so they'll probably be on high alert here. Kepler, Miranda, and Kirilloff. Kepler today is 1 for 1. He walked as well. He's also scored a run. The first pitch delivered to Kepler is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Kepler has raised his season average up to 243. He's got 8 homers to go with 35 runs batted in. And then here comes the offering from Bieber. It's a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 1-1. So 1-1 to Max Kepler. Bieber ready to go back to work, but Kepler has stepped out. And here comes the offering. It is a fastball swung on. It is popped up over on the left side of the infield. The only one over there is Jose Ramirez. He backpedals and makes the catch. And that is going to retire Kepler for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away. That is going to bring up the first baseman, Jose Miranda. Miranda has done all the damage today so far for the Twins. He cleared the bases after the bases were loaded back in the third inning. Arias had singled, and then with 2 out, Correa singled, and Kepler had walked to load it, and then Miranda hit a 3-run double. And that is where we stand right now. There's a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0 to Miranda. Miranda is 1 for 2 on the day. He's pulled his season average we set up to 243. He bats from the right side. He's 6 for 14 in the series. There's a breaking ball that is waved at and missed, and the count is now 1-1. So 1-1 strike. Miranda gets back in the box and ready to face the next offering from Bieber, who rocks into the motion and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into center field. Holding his ground and then moving over to his right is Miles Straw. He makes the catch. And there's 2 up and 2 away, and that will leave it all up to Alex Kirilloff. After that rough patch in the third inning, Bieber has settled down. He has retired 9 straight batters. So who knows? Maybe we'll see him for the 7th. I doubt it, but you never know. Maybe Terry Francona wants to give the afternoon off to some of his bullpen members and maybe stretch out Shane Bieber a little bit more. This is pitch number 95 of the ball game coming up right here. So Bieber rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Kirilloff. Bieber gets the sign from Leone. He's ready to go to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball again, swung on and fouled away, and the count goes to 0-2 on Kirilloff. I say today that the pitch total, it's mainly been sliders and curveballs. 65% of the pitches today thrown by Bieber have been some form of a breaking ball. As I mentioned earlier on, to me, I look at that and I say that's way too many. There's a breaking ball that's down to the dirt. The count goes to 1-2. I don't think Bieber does a good enough job early in the game establishing his fastball. He goes right to his breaking balls. I'd like to see if his pitch mix was a little bit different, how he would fare. I mean, you hate to tell a former Cy Young Award winner how to pitch, but I just think he falls in love with the breaking stuff way too much. And here's the 1-2 offering. It's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. Count is 1-2. So when 2 out of every 3 pitches are breaking balls, that ought to tell you something. Trevor Stephan is up and throwing in the Guardians bullpen. Looks like this will probably be the last inning of work for Bieber. He gets the sign from his catcher, Leone, and now he delivers. There's a breaking ball that is swung on and missed. And Kirilloff is down on strikes for the 3rd out of the inning. That's 10 in a row retired by Bieber. He has been absolutely electric since those 3 runs in the 3rd. So for the Minnesota Twins in their half of the 6th inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left aboard. We are now moving to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is Minnesota Twins 3, the Cleveland Guardians 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. Here's another one from our friend Steve.
Hey guys, and thank you, Freddie. Steve coming back at you. That's right, Steve Rademacher. I would like to thank each and every one of you that is tuned into my channel, and today Let's do a little shout out for some other great channels you should be watching. There is WVlogs 18. There's Big D's Sports and Collectibles. You all know another Hollis build. Why not Like Father, Like Son? That's a great duo that does some great stuff. It shows some great cards. And of course, the one and only Bud Stoney, creators of One of Ones, a creator of One of Ones, and they're all signed on the back. Bud Stoney, One of One, like this beautiful Robin Yount that he made for me. He made me another Robin Yount, this time mini, and a Christian Yelich mini. Great cards, and he does more than cards. We have darts of Hulk Hogan and many other things. So give them a look-see and give me another look-see. Subscribers are always welcome, and back to Freddie.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom of the sixth inning, and it is still going to be Giovanni Moran in the ball game. He came on in relief of Chris Archer back in the fifth inning. He was able to retire the Guardians 1-2-3 with a couple of strikeouts. He's going to be entrusted to face the 6, 7, 8 hitters in the batting order. It'll be Andreas Jimenez, Richie Palacios, and Sandy Leon. They will take their turn to face the left-hander Moran. It was only 8 pitches in that inning for the lefty, and the first pitch is a 92-mile-an-hour fastball that is swung on and missed. The count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Moran works from the stretch with nobody on. He kicks and he delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded softly up the middle, and it takes a wicked hop and gets over the glove of Correa, digging for second. And coming hard out of the box is Jimenez, and he's going to slide into second base safely. Some aggressive base running by the Guardians' second baseman. He was right out of the chute. That'll get a round of applause from a lot of people. Carlos Correa, it was a ground ball that came up the middle. Correa was in front of it to field it, and then he kind of olayed it. Not sure what he was doing. He had to go backhand side. He tried to take it. It almost came on the in-between hop. But Jimenez did not slow down as he was running hard out of the box. He's able to get himself into second base. So now the Guardians have a runner in scoring position. That's going to bring Richie Palacios to the plate. So we're going to have to wait to see how they score that one. First, I thought it might have been a base hit, but I'm not sure I like the way that is. It is actually going to be Franmil Reyes who's now pinch hitting for Palacios. So we do have a pinch hitter here. So Reyes steps into the plate. And here's the first offering from Moran. It's a fastball that misses off the outside corner, and the count goes to 1-0. So that's going to be ruled as an E6. So an error on the shortstop is what has put Jimenez aboard. Here comes the 1-0 offering now to Reyes. Moran kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It's fouled straight back, and the count is 1-1. I'd be concerned if I'm Moran, as the batter Reyes was right on that pitch. He was fouled that one straight back to the backstop. So 1 ball and 1 strike. We watched this game, the same 2 teams the other day on Tuesday, and you could tell that Reyes is a big presence in the box. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 2-1. They list him at 6'5" and 265 pounds. I think the 265 is on the conservative side. That is a big fella there in the batter's box. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Jimenez gets his lead at second base, and here's the pitch from Moran. It's a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike, and the count is now 2-2. Not sure what Reyes was looking for there. It looked like he was possibly looking for something a little bit more over the plate. So here comes the 2-2 offering to Reyes. Moran kicks and delivers. It's a fastball at 93 miles an hour that misses outside, and the count now has run full. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Reyes. The runner at second is Jimenez. There is nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It was the error by Correa that started the inning here. Here comes the 3-2 offering to Reyes. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Reyes is retired on strikes for out number 1, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Sandy Leon. For Leon today, he is officially 0 for 1. He popped to the shortstop his last time up. He walked and was stranded at third back in the 2nd inning when the Guardians got their first run. He's still looking for his first hit of the season. Coming set at the belt is Moran. He checks the runner Jimenez at second. He is concerned. And here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. Jimenez does run well, but I really don't see him off to the races here to try to snag third. It's a 2-run deficit for the Guardians. He's already in scoring position. Leon on the year is 0 for 4. He's looking for his first hit of the campaign. And here comes the 1-0 offering from Moran. It is a fastball that misses down and away, and the count is now 2-0. If I'm the left-hander Moran, I really don't want to get too cute with Leon here. I want to go right after him and make him hit. As we said, he's not got a hit yet, although he's only had 4 at-bats. So here comes the 2-0 offering. And delivers. It's a fastball that misses off the outside corner, and the count goes to 3-0. Miles Straw is waiting his turn on deck, and there is action in the Minnesota bullpen. It is Tyler Duffy who is up and throwing. So the Twins are getting their bullpen active. Comes the 3-0 pitch from Moran. He kicks and fires, and it is a fastball that misses down for ball 4. And Leon is aboard with a walk, and that's going to put runners at first and second. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Miles Straw. But before Straw comes to the plate, we have Rocco Baldelli coming out of the dugout. He has seen enough. And they are going to the bullpen to face Miles Straw. So stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. Straw is coming up to bat. Tyler Duffy looks like he's all but coming into the ball game. We'll be back in just a couple moments with all the action. Hang tight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city, San Diego, baby. I take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. There is a pitching change. It is going to be Tyler Duffy coming into the ball game to replace Giovanni Moran. And as Duffy enters the ball game, he has a record of 2-3 on the season. He's appeared in 28 ball games. He's worked 31 1/3 innings. He's allowed 33 hits, 17 runs, all of which have been earned. He has walked 10 and struck out 28, and he's pitched to an ERA of 4.88. Duffy is a veteran. He's in his 8th season with the Twins. And he is originally got to the Twins they thought of him as a starter. His rookie year, or his first year in the big leagues, he was 5-1 back in 2015. And then he was 9-12 in the 2016 season. And after that, He has gone to the bullpen. There's only been one other time that he received the start. That was once in 2018, but the rest of his career has been bullpen bound. So he is on in relief, and he's going to be facing Miles Straw. Straw today does not have an official at bat. He's walked twice. He's had 2 plate appearances. So Straw will be the hitter here with Jimenez at second, Leon at first, and one away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Duffy is ready to go to work as he's completed his warm-up tosses. This one's ready to get back underway. So Straw digs in. He waggles the bat. And here's the first offering from Duffy. It's a fastball that misses inside. The count is 1-0. One of the things that I watch about Gary Sanchez, which has always kind of frustrated me, it's almost like he does not have a command of the strike zone. The way that he receives pitches, he doesn't know what to make a strike and what wasn't. That last pitch was well inside, but yet he's holding it as if it was a strike. There's a fastball delivered, taken for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Miles Straw. Straw waggles the bat. And now he's waiting on the offering from Duffy. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away straight back, and the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Miles Straw. Stephen Kwan is waiting his turn on deck. He has knocked in the first run, or the only run of the ball game so far for the Guardians, as he had that bases loaded walk. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Duffy leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher Sanchez. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and missed. And Straw is gone on strikes for the 2nd out of the inning, and that is going to bring up the top of the order in Stephen Kwan. The Guardians got to think about chipping away here. They got the leadoff error by Carlos Correa, who brought Andreas Jimenez all the way into second base. Then Franmil Reyes came to the plate and struck out. And of course, Sandy Leon walked. So not able to capitalize on their opportunities here are the Guardians. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Kwan. The runner at second base is Jimenez. The runner at first is Leon. Duffy holds at the chest and he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is now 0-2 to Kwan. So Duffy takes that stroll off the backside of the rubber, picked up the rosin bag, and now he's ready to deliver the 0-2 offering to Kwan. He's set at the chest. He checks the runner. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Duffy in a tough situation here, as he had to come into the ball game with 2 on and 1 out, and there's a fastball swung on and fouled away. Count remains at 1-2. Kwan's average has dipped to 286. As we said, he's 0 for 1, but he does have a couple of walks today. Very disciplined hitter. So Kwan waiting on the offering from Duffy. And here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses outside. The count is now 2-2. The Guardians have had some opportunities in this game. They did strand the bases loaded. They've left in the ball game 7 runners on base through the first 4 innings. Haven't been able to get that clutch hit when they've needed it. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded to first. It is fielded by Miranda. He juggles it, recovers, and steps on the base. And that is going to go as a ground out to 3 for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Twins dodge a bullet. There was no runs in the inning. There were no hits. There was an error and 2 runners left aboard. We are now through 6 complete. It is the Minnesota Twins 3, the Cleveland Guardians 1. Stick around, everybody. The battle of the bullpen should be ensuing. We'll get a check to see if Shane Bieber is coming out for yet another inning. But if I was a betting man, I'd say his day is done. Hang tight, everybody. Thanks for being here with us.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave's Zero Thought Sports Cards. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters coming to bat for the Twins in their half of the 7th inning. And there is a pitching change, and there are some substitutions. We have Franmil Reyes is going to stay in the game, and he's going to play as the right fielder. And it is going to be Stephen Kwan is going to go from right field to left field. And Trevor Stephan is now in the ballgame, and he is the second pitcher used. He's going to replace Shane Bieber. So Trevor Stephan in the game on in relief. So for Stephan on the season, this is his 30th game. He's 3-2 on the year. He's got an ERA of 3.25. He's worked 27 2/3 innings. He's allowed 9 walks and has struck out 30 batters. So he is on in relief of Bieber. So Sanchez, Urshela, and Celestino to get things going. And he is ready to go to work as the tall, lanky right-hander. And the first offering is a breaking ball swung on, and it is pop foul. It's going to reach the seats, and the count is going to be 0-1 to Sanchez. Sanchez today is 0 for 2. He has grounded out to third base both times. He's had a decent series. He's 5 for 16 on the series. But no hits to show for anything today. So Sanchez waggles the bat. And now he's asked for time and steps out. Stephan is going to have to reset himself on the mound. So Stephan now leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher, Leon. He holds set at the belt, and now he kicks and fires. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-1. The Twins are looking to add to their lead. The Guardians are going to have to try to find out how they can claw back here. They had a couple opportunities here recently. And here comes the 1-1 offering, and there's a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded softly to short. It's fielded neatly by the second baseman, Jimenez, who has played to the left side of the infield. That is going to be a ground out 4-3, though yet it was the second baseman who was standing in that traditional shortstop position. Sanchez is retired for out number 1, and that's going to bring up Gio Urshela. Sometimes you don't always get the quick enough view. You could tell it was Jimenez because you can see visually that it wasn't the shortstop Rosario. Both are slender and both are similar. But Jimenez does move a little bit differently. Their gaits are different. There's the first pitch breaking ball that drops in for a called strike to Urshela, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Urshela. Urshela today is 0 for 2. He is flown out to center and grounded back to the pitcher. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count now is 1 ball and 1 strike. Urshela was one who hit that ball right back up the middle that Bieber took off his leg. He was able to field the ball and retire Urshela at first base. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Holding at the belt is the right-hander, Stefan, and there's a fastball swung on it, is lifted into shallow left field. Coming in underneath it is the left fielder, Kwan. He's going to make the catch. And that is going to retire Urshela for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to bring up Gilberto Celestino. So Stefan is picked up where Bieber left off. Bieber retired the last 10 twin batters he faced in the ball game. Stefan has retired the first 2 he's faced, so that's 12 in a row that have been retired by Cleveland pitching. So Celestino steps in. He's 0 for 2 today. He is struck out and lined out to the first baseman. Here's the first offering. It is a fastball at 98 miles an hour that misses off the outside corner. The count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Celestino. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball at 99 miles an hour, and that misses off the outside corner, and the count is now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Gilberto Celestino. Holding at the belt is Stefan. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that catches the outside corner at 97, and the count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Celestino. Again, Stefan getting the sign from Leon. And now he kicks and fires. It's a fastball at 99 miles an hour that misses off the outside corner, and the count is now 3-1. This is where the starting pitchers got themselves into trouble. They get the first 2 outs in the inning, and then they can't keep command of their control. At least that was where it was for Chris Archer. It was early as well for Bieber. Bieber settled down to retire the batters in order before he left the ballgame. Here's the 3-1 pitch. It's a fastball swung on and is grounded through the 4-hole into right field. Celestino picks up his first hit of the game. He's aboard with 2 out, and that's going to bring the top of the order, Luis Arias, to the plate. For Arias, he is a very dangerous hitter. He is 2 for 3 today. He's brought his average up to 341. Arias is got 2 singles. The first inning, he was thrown out trying to steal second base. So 2 for 3 on the day for Luis Arias. So Stefan holds at the belt. He's got the runner at first in Celestino. And now he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Arias. The 2 hits today, Arias is now 5 for 20 in the series. They do have a bit of a shift on for him here. He is being played in shallow right field. It's more of your traditional type of shift. They do have a balance of fielders on both sides of the infield. Correa has swung more up the middle. He's on the third base side or the left field side of second base. Throwing over to first is the pitcher Stefan, and diving back in time is the base runner Celestino. This is another one of those positions where you think it would be a great place to run. If I'm Celestino, I think I'm off to the races here if I can get a good jump. Even if Celestino is retired, Arias would lead off the next inning. And here's the offering to Arias. It's a fastball that misses down. The count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Luis Arias. Arias gets himself dug in, ready to face the 1-1 offering from Stefan. He holds at the belt, and now he kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded off the glove of the first baseman to Miller. It is picked up by Jimenez, and he throws it back to Miller. That's going to be a great play over there. That's going to go down as a ground out. 3-4-3 on the putout if you're keeping score at home. So Miller is going to get the assist on that. And that is going to retire Arias for the third out of the inning. So for the Twins in their half of the inning, there was no runs. There was a hit. There were no errors and 1 runner left aboard. We're now going to the bottom of the 7th inning after that 3-4-3 putout. It is now the Minnesota Twins 3, the Guardians 1. We'll be back in just a couple moments, everybody. We're glad you could be here with us today. We appreciate you all for being here. Here's Dave.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave's Zero O'Clock Sports Cards. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Remember, everybody, today is your last day to get over to Dave's station and let him know Last Raps Baseball sent you. He'll send you out a free pack of cards, mystery pack, and he'll do it as we have 1 day left to go. We'll make the video and we'll have our winners up tomorrow in one of our streams. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, everybody. We're back to the action as Tyler Duffy has come back on for his second inning of work. The first pitch delivered to Ahmed Rosario as a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. It's Rosario, Ramirez, and Naylor here to face the right-hander Duffy in the 7th inning, and there's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is now quickly 0-2. Rosario is 0 for 3 today. He has grounded out to the second baseman. He's grounded the shortstop, and he's bounced into a fielder's choice. And there's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-2 to Rosario. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, Duffy goes back to work, and he delivers a breaking ball that misses, or that swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Rosario. Just as a mention, we are going to be back on the airwaves again tomorrow with the Red Sox and the Chicago Cubs. Hopefully you can join us for that one. There's a fastball that misses inside. Duffy thought that was strike 3. The home plate umpire, Ted Barrett, has definitely not been in the good books of the Twins today. Chris Archer was kind of upset with him, and some of the hitters have not liked his calls. There's a fastball swung on, and this ball is lifted foul over on the first base side, but so far, no harm, no foul, because the Twins are winning this ball game. So 2 balls and 2 strikes it is to Rosario. He waggles the bat. The Guardians are going to need some instant offense here. They got to get back in this game, and there's a fastball swung on and missed. And Rosario has gone on strikes for out number 1, and that is going to bring up the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. For Ramirez, today he is 1 for 3. He singled in the first inning. He was erased on a fielder's choice. And he popped up to third, and he's also struck out. So here comes the first offering from Duffy. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is 0-1 to Ramirez. But this is generally where the games get exciting for the Guardians. They are a come-from-behind team. So the game is never over until it's over. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. The count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Duffy rubs up a new baseball and he's ready to go back to work. There's one away here in the 7th inning. So Duffy rocks into the motion and he kicks and he fires. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 1-2 to Ramirez. Josh Naylor waits his turn on deck, the hero from last night's affair. They do have some firepower in this Guardians lineup. Here's the 1-2. That's a fastball that misses up and away, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Ramirez. Sometimes I think the pitching is a little bit too cute. They don't always attack the hitters, and that's where I thought early on Bieber needed to do a better job. Once he settled down, there's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. Count remains at 2-2. It's a bit of a hard luck start here for Bieber. He did not pitch very well in the early going, but he pitched really well at the end. Whereas Chris Archer never really pitched very well at all, but yet he left the game with a 3-1 lead. So here's the 2-2. There's a breaking ball that is swung on and missed. Ramirez is gone on strikes for the second out of the inning. It's going to leave it up to Josh Naylor. So Tyler Duffy is getting the job done, that's for sure. And not only was Naylor's home run, it was an opposite field home run. But one of the highlights was him coming off and headbutting Terry Francona. So Naylor steps in at the plate. He is 0 for 3 today. As we said, he's grounded out, he's popped out, and he's bounced into a fielder's choice. The first offering from Tyler Duffy is a fastball that comes in at the knees, and the count is 0-1. Naylor is one of those guys, when it's the 7th inning or later, this is where he shows up to work. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 1-1. He's got a batting average of .320 from the 7th inning and onward. He had a situation earlier this year against the White Sox where he had a couple of home runs late, including one in the, I believe, the 9th, and the other one in extra innings. There's a breaking ball that he waves at and misses, and the count is now 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Naylor. Guardians have a right-hander up in the bullpen. It's Brian Shaw. He's getting loose. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now is 2-2 to Naylor. Some pitching coaches believe that they want the hitters gone in 5 pitches or less. This is considered an action pitch, and there's a changeup swung on and missed. And Duffy has struck out the side here in the 7th inning. Tyler Duffy comes on in relief an inning and 2/3. Absolutely electric. He fans 4 of the batters he's faced so far. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left the board. We are now through 7 complete. It is the Guardians trailing the Twins 3-1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Glad you guys are with us. Hold tight. It's another one of our ones from Steve Rademacher.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers, and OPC baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve. We are moving to the top of the 8th inning. It is going to be Byron Buxton, Carlos Correa, and Max Kepler. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the call. Hang tight, everybody. We're glad you are with us today. Welcome back, everybody. It is a call to the bullpen, and coming in is going to be Brian Shaw. He's coming on in relief. He'll be the third pitcher used by the Guardians. It was Shane Bieber. Then they went to the right-hander Trevor Stefan, and now Shaw on in relief. On the season, he's 3-1. He's worked. This is going to be his 32nd ball game. He's got an ERA of 5.32. He's got 23 2/3 innings, 21 hits allowed, 14 runs all earned, 13 walks, and 20 strikeouts. This is his second tour of duty with the Guardians. He pitched when they were the Indians back in from 2013 until the 2017 season. So he knows the Cleveland area well. This is his second year on the return leg. Last year, he led the league in appearances with 81, and he's done that 3 other times in his career. And there's a first pitch breaking ball delivered to Byron Buxton for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. He is definitely a guy who can be used every day. Every day, Brian maybe is the name. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is now 0-2. Brian Buxton has received a steady diet of breaking balls today. There's been not too much fastballs that he has seen. And if I'm Shaw here, I'm going right back to it. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball that is taken for a called third strike under the hands. I would have got that one wrong. He came inside on Buxton and is able to ring him up for a called third strike. So one up and one away, and it's going to bring up Carlos Correa to the plate. Correa today offensively is 1 for 2. He scored a run and has a walk. He made that error in the last inning that almost gave the Guardians some life. Check that in the 6th inning. So here comes the first offering from Shaw. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is quickly 0-1. So until that hit by Celestino in the last inning, they had retired 12 batters in a row. But now it's 14 of the last 15 hitters have been set down by the Guardians pitchers. Here's the 0-1 offering. It is a fastball swung on, and it's tapped foul over on the third base side. There is action as it is Tyler Thornburg who's up again and throwing. He was throwing for the Twins early in the ballgame in the 2nd inning when Chris Archer was getting himself into trouble. Now he's back up again, looking like he is going to be replacing Duffy for the 8th inning. So here comes the 0-2 offering. Shaw delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded back up the middle. It's fielded over the back at second base by the second baseman Jimenez. He throws off a 1 foot, and he's able to get Correa. What a fantastic play by the second baseman, Andreas Jimenez. That's going to go down as a ground out 4-3. Yesterday, we saw a web gem in the Tampa Bay game between the Brewers and the Rays, where the center fielder, Jonathan Davis, had caught a ball over his head in center field and went headfirst into the wall. Well, this one here is a fantastic play as well. Maybe not as good as yesterday's, but what a beautiful play. If you're a shortstop fan, then you would love to see that one again. Great play by Jimenez, who had the range to the shortstop side of second base. be able to get that one there. And there's a first pitch breaking ball delivered to Max Kepler that he swings on and misses for strike one, and the count is 0-1. No balls and one strike to Kepler. Shaw getting some defense to go with his ability to fill up the zone, and there's a 93-mile-an-hour fastball swung on and fouled away, and Kepler is in the hole at 0-2. Kepler today is 1 for 2. He singled in the first inning. He popped out to third in the sixth, and he walked and scored one of the runs in the third inning, as he was brought home by a bases clearing double by Jose Miranda. There's a breaking ball that's down in the dirt. Kepler skips out of the way. It's going to bring the count now to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kepler. Shaw rubbing up a new baseball. Kepler is definitely played around to the right side of the infield. In fact, Jose Ramirez is so far to the right side of the infield, it's almost like they got 4 fielders on that side. And there's a breaking ball that misses down. But the home plate umpire, Ted Barrett, says that Kepler's been hit by the pitch, and he's going to trot to first base. If he was hit by the pitch, that's how you want to get hit. You can barely see it. We'll catch that one again on the replay. It was a breaking ball that came inside. It just caught him off the back heel of the left foot. We're going to watch it again. It just kind of clipped him, looked like off of the foot. So Kepler is aboard, and that's going to bring up Jose Miranda. Miranda is 1 for 3 today. He's got that 3-run double. Aside from that, he is struck out and flown out to center. And here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that just misses outside. The count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Miranda. Miranda hitting from the right side against the right-hander Shaw. Shaw comes set at the belt. He takes a breath, and now he delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It is popped up over on the right side of the infield. Drifting back is Miller. Not an easy play, but he's going to make the catch. And that is going to do it, as Miranda is gone for the 3rd out of the inning. And that will do it here for the Twins in their half of the 8th. They had no runs. There were no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We are now through 7.5. It is the Twins 3, the Guardians 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the bottom of the 8th inning. Just a couple moments. We're glad you guys could be here with us today. Here is one of our other videos with MLB in mind. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the bottom of the 8th inning. It'll be Miller, Jimenez, and Reyes to come to bat. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the call for you. 3-1 for the Twins. Hold tight. We'll be with you in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be a pitching change for the Twins. It is Tyler Thornburg who is coming in to take over. It's going to be the fourth pitcher of the day, the second pitcher named Tyler, mind you. So Tyler Thornburg in replace of Tyler Duffy. And he will be taking over here in the 8th inning. So Thornburg ready to come in. And he is going to be facing Miller, Jimenez, and Reyes here in the 8th. Thornburg on the season has been pretty decent this year. As we'll get you his specs. The Twins bullpen has taken away a couple of their arms in the bullpen. It'd be even better. It's going to be his 14th game of the season. He's got a 2.08 ERA. He's worked 17 and a third innings. He's walked 8 and struck out 14. Thornburg in relief. 8th inning. The first offering to Owen Miller is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Miller today is 0 for 2. He's looking for his first hit of the series. He's 0 for 10. He was hit by a pitch back in the 3rd inning. That was what got him on base. There's a breaking ball that misses upstairs for a ball, and it counts 1-1. A great pitching performance by Tyler Duffy, as he pitched an inning and 2/3, retired all the batters he faced, and struck out 4 of the 5. There was a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is now 1-2 on Miller. Guardians are looking for some last inning magic like they had last night. We're in the 8th inning here, so any way to try to to turn the tide. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into left field. Moving over to his right is the outfielder Kirilloff, who makes the catch. That is going to retire Miller for the first out of the inning. Not a whole lot of action out in the outfield today. It's the first fly ball caught by Alex Kirilloff. As I look down the sheet where the balls have been struck, kind of hard to tell where the fly balls have come. There have been infield pop-ups. There's been nothing, no work for Celestino, no work for the right fielder Kepler at all today. And there's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Jimenez. We got it there. We saw one other outfield put out in this ball game, and that was a fly ball off the bat of Josh Naylor. That was caught by the left fielder Kirilloff earlier in the game. There's a fastball that comes inside, and it hits Jimenez right in the hip area, and he is going to be aboard with a hit by pitch, but that's what the Guardians need. They need a base runner. So Jimenez has been drilled. He's going to go to first base. Ted Barrett walks out to the mound and hands the next baseball to Tyler Thornburg. One would have to think that that's not going to be intentional. He did get a fastball right on the hip area, just starting to move down toward the thigh. It's a 3-1 lead here in the 8th inning. I think the Twins are trying to hit batters to give the Guardians an opportunity to win a ball game here. So that's going to bring up Franmil Reyes with the runner at first. So Jimenez establishes his lead at first base. Reyes waggles the bat. And here's the first offering from Thornburg. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. I know Jimenez wasn't very happy with the hit by pitch, but one would have to think that he definitely wasn't trying to do it. The infield is pretty much straight away here on the Franimal this time at bat. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is 1-1 on Reyes. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Thornburg again leans in and gets the sign from his catcher. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that one hops up to the plate. That's a good stop by Gary Sanchez. Looked like they were playing basketball. It was like a bounce pass. And he drops down and he has to smother it down and keep it in front. Was able to catch it off the bounce. It's going to run the count now to 2 balls and 1 strike. So good hitters count shaping up here for Franmil Reyes. Here comes the 2-1 offering from Thornburg. And There's a fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 3-1. Well, what do you know? The question came earlier. Do you think the Guardians have a chance to come back? Well, once they get past the 7th inning, the Guardians are a dangerous team. So Thornburg having a trouble locating his pitches right now. Here comes the 3-1 offering to Reyes. Thornburg kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses inside, and that's ball 4. So that's got to be 2 runners aboard here now. A hit by pitch and a walk. That is going to bring up Sandy Leon. So Leon comes to the plate. He is officially 0 for 1 today. He's popped to the shortstop. He has walked twice. Runners are at first and second. Thornburg is having some challenges locating his pitches. The Guardians are looking to score some runs here to get this one back to square. So Jimenez, the runner at second. Reyes, the runner at first. Here's the first pitch to Leon. It's a fastball. Take it for a called strike. Count is 0-1. As we said earlier, it's been a tough game to have if you're Sandy Leon. Some of the pitches that are been called strikes. There's a fastball that just misses off the outside corner, and the count's 1-1. Leon sometimes has not got into good hitters counts because they've called pitches that are, what I'd say, questionable against him. And here's the offering. It is a fastball that misses outside, and the count is now 2-1 strike. So Thornburg struggling here. He's going to have to battle to find a way. Leon is a double play candidate, though. He doesn't run very well. So if they can keep the ball on the ground, they may be able to turn 2. So here comes the 2-1 offering. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 3-1. You can just see the body language of Thornburg. He's walking around on the mound. He's not happy with himself, but you can see how it just rubs off on everybody else. So here comes the 3-1 offering to Leon. He kicks and delivers, and that's a ball that is spiked in the dirt for ball 4. So after 1 out, it's been a hit batter and back-to-back walks to load the bases. And that's scheduled to bring up Miles Straw. But instead, it's going to bring out the pitching coach, Wes Johnson. We said he's been wearing out a path over there to the mound today to his pitchers. He does know the way. Here he comes out to the mound to have a talk to his right-hander, and he is same thing. He is looking straight up at him as he's in his grill. So he's pretty animated in his conversation. The camera angle that we get on it, you can see his head bobbing up and down like a chicken. He's got a lot to say to Thornburg. The home plate umpire, Ted Barrett, has now come out. He breaks up the conference, and now we're ready to go back to work. So the bases are full of Guardians. The runner at third is Jimenez. The runner at second is Reyes. The go-ahead run at first is Leon. It is Miles Straw stepping up to the dish. He is 0 for 1 today. He struck out his last time up, and he's got 2 walks. He would definitely be a difficult guy to double up. So here comes the first offering from Thornburg. It's a fastball swung on and missed. And the count is quickly 0-1 to Straw. So watching the people in our audience here that have come and gone between Twitch and YouTube, those poor Minnesota Twin fans are probably tossing their cookies up somewhere because of this. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses inside, and the count goes 1-1. So 1-1 strike. Straw digs in. Rocco Baldelli wondering what string he's going to have to pull next. And here comes the 1-1 offering. It's a fastball that catches the outside corner, and the count now goes to 1-2. It is Stephen Kwan who has the only RBI of the game. It was a bases-loaded walk, who waits his turn on deck. Lots of walks in this ball game. 6 of them issued by the starter, Chris Archer. And there's a fastball that misses up and in, and the count's now 2-2. And Moran had issued a walk, and now 2 from the reliever Thornburg. 9 in the ball game. On top of it, a couple of hit batters too. So here comes the 2-2 offering to Miles Straw. And Thornburg delivers it as a fastball swung on. It is grounded. A diving play by Correa. And Correa stops the ball, but he throws it away. It gets by the third baseman as he tried. That was the only play he was going to have. And around to score from second base is Franmil Reyes. And that is going to tie the score. So a fantastic play by Correa, who has to dive into the hole to stop the ball. From his knees, he tries to throw to third base to get the force on Reyes. He throws the ball wildly, and that's going to allow Reyes to come around and score. And we've got ourselves now a 3-3 ball game in Cleveland. Straw is reached on the error by the... We're going to see if they're going to call it an error or fielder's choice. It really doesn't much matter. The run accounts on an E6, as it was a poor throw over to third. Probably a fielder's choice and a throwing error. And Reyes ends up scoring. Looks like they're going to have runners at first and second. Check that second and third after they kicked it around a little bit more. So there's an E6 on that play. So runners are in scoring position. Second and third. That brings the top of the order, Stephen Kwan, to the plate. And now we've got a pinch runner at third base for Sandy Leon as Ernie Clemente has come in to run. So Clemente is the runner. And here's the pitch to Kwan. It is a changeup that is swung on and missed, and the count is 0-1. So all kinds of excitement here in Cleveland. They have tied the game at 3. There's still only 1 out. The infield is in. They've got Correa tight to the bag at second base. There's a changeup down in the dirt. The count goes to 1-1. So Thornburg is the one who has put himself into this mess after the leadoff fly out by Miller. It was a hit by pitch to Jimenez, a walk, back-to-back walks to Reyes and Clement to load the bases, and then Miles Straw with the error on the ground ball to the shortstop as Correa made the error, throwing it away at third base. And there's a breaking ball down in the dirt. It squirts away from Sanchez. Kwan holds him up, and the count is now 3-1 to Kwan. Kind of curious to see how this is going to play out. Is it going to be Kwan loading the bases up with Rosario, because they've got some speed on the base paths? With Clement, the runner at third, Straw, the runner at second. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is now 3-2 to Kwan. Kwan runs fairly well as well. Plus, you've got Rosario. Got a lot of rabbits in this Guardian team. So here comes the 3-2 offering from Thornburg. He kicks and fires. It's a fastball swung on. It is grounded to first. It is fielded by the first baseman, Miller. He comes home with it. They've got the runner at third hung up in a rundown. They do apply the tag as the third base umpire. It said that he is out, and that is going to retire Ernie Clement. Straw has moved up over to third by staying in the rundown. Kwan is able to get himself over to second base. So Clement is gone. They must have been running on contact. The ball was hit. He threw on the brakes, and he was able to stay in it long enough. And then they tried to take a shot at second base. Kwan had already been there. They did rule him out. It looked like he may have gone out of the base paths, although we get the replay of it, and the third base umpire, I believe that's Nestor Sejea, has called the runner out. But I don't think Gary Sanchez applied the tag. I don't know if this is a reviewable play. I don't think it is. So that's unfortunate because they did not apply the tag. And there's a first pitch fastball taken for a called strike by Rosario. The count is 0-1. So 3-3 is the scoreline here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Rosario, who is 0 for 4 today, has got runners in scoring position. And there's a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-1. The always dangerous Jose Ramirez waits his turn on deck. So this game here has gone a little bit haywire. It was fairly well played, maybe not necessarily well pitched. So here comes the offering from Thornburg. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is popped up. It's over on the first base side. It's playable. Miranda comes over. He makes the catch. And that is going to do it as Rosario is gone for the third out of the inning. But the Guardians get 2 runs back on the benefit of no hits. There were 2 runners left the board, and the crucial error by Carlos Correa has now evened the score at 3. We're going to the top of the 9th inning. It is the Twins 3 and the Guardians 3. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with more excitement in just a few minutes. This game is coming down to the end. We appreciate you all for being here. Here is our friend Steve.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name, and I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the top of the 9th inning. It'll be Alex Kirilloff, Gary Sanchez, and Gio Urshela to come to bat. That's going to be scheduled as the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the batting order for the Twins. It was 2 runs in the bottom half of the 8th inning by the Guardians to tie it up. We're all knotted up at 3. There is a pitching change as Emmanuel Clase is now on the mound for the Guardians. Be the fourth pitcher used on the day. Clase is 1-2 on the season. It's his 35th appearance. He's got 18 saves in 20 opportunities. This is not a save opportunity. We do have a new catcher as Luke Maley is coming behind the plate. He is going to take over for Sandy Leon as his day is done. So Maley in to catch. And Clase on the hill. So it'll start off here with Alex Kirilloff facing Clase. We are definitely in crunch time now. And this is the time that the Guardians come to life, as we said before, after the 7th inning. What a crazy bottom of the 8th. 2 runs on the benefit of no hits. And here's the first pitch from Clase. It's a fastball, take it for a called strike. And the count is quickly 0-1 to Kirilloff. Kirilloff today is 0 for 3. He has struck out, he's lined out, and he is grounded out. His season average has dipped down to 250. He's had a nice series. He is 6 for 13. It's not a great day today so far. And there's a breaking ball swung on. It is tapped slowly over to first. Owen Miller fields it. He steps on the bag. And that is going to erase Kirilloff for out number 1 here in the 9th. So ground out to 3. That's going to bring up Gary Sanchez. For Sanchez today, he is 0 for 3. He is grounded to the third baseman twice and to the second baseman once. He is 5 for 17 on the series. So 0 for 3 for Sanchez. He'll be followed by Gio Urshela. One away here. Class A holds at the chest and he kicks and fires. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Class A leans in and he gets the sign from his catcher, Maley. And now he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded to short and is fielded neatly by Rosario. He throws across the diamond. And they get Sanchez by about a half a dozen steps. It's a ground out 6-3 for out number 2. That's going to leave it all up to the third baseman, Gio Urshela. For Urshela, he is 0 for 3 today. He has flown to center, flown to left, and he's also grounded one back off the pitcher. That was when he hit the starter, Shane Bieber, in the leg. Bieber was able to recover and retire the third baseman, Urshela. So here comes the first offering from Class A. It is a fastball swung on and missed. Count is quickly 0-1. Class A's got a lot of neat movement on his pitches. He's really hasn't broken a sweat here. He's only thrown 5 pitches to retire the first 2 outs. So here comes the 0-1 offering to Urshela. Class A kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into shallow left field. Ball is going to get down. It's going to be a base hit as Stephen Kwan retrieves it. So a single for Urshela, and that is going to bring up the center fielder, Gilberto Celestino. Celestino today is 1 for 3. He singled his last time up. He has struck out and also lined out. He's pulled his season average up to 290. He's the 9-hole hitter in the batting order, and Luis Arias is waiting his turn on deck. They're hoping to turn it over here with the runner at first and 2 out. Here's the first pitch to Celestino. It is a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike. And the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Appreciate everybody jumping in here in the last minutes as you're getting an exciting finish to this Guardians and Twins ball game. The 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning by the Guardians have knotted it all up. And here comes the 0-1 offering from Class A. That's a breaking ball that missed down, but the home plate umpire said that Celestino offered on it, and that's going to run the count to 0-2. Celestino's not very happy. He didn't even get a chance for the first base umpire to call it a strike. Ted Barrett took it himself. So no balls and 2 strikes to Celestino. Class A leans in. He gets the sign from Maley. Now he kicks and fires. It is a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. It's going to keep the count at 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Just as a reminder, we'll be back on the airwaves again tomorrow for the Red Sox and the Cubs. Hopefully you guys can come on in and join us. So here we go back to the live action. Class A holds the ball at the chest. And now he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on and missed. Celestino is down on strikes for out number 3. That's going to do it. So for the Twins in their half of the 9th inning, there were no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We're now through 8.5. It is the Guardians 3, the Twins 3. It'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the batting order coming up for the Guardians in just a couple moments. We're glad you guys are with us. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back after this.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's another Hollis build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Thanks again, Matt Hollis. Be sure to go and check out his channel after the game. We are in crunch time. It's moving to the bottom of the ninth inning. We'll be back in just a moment. As it is all knotted up at threes. Hang tight. Welcome back, everybody. It is the bottom of the ninth inning. We do have a defensive change as Ryan Jeffers has come in to replace Gary Sanchez. And the first pitch delivered by Tyler Thornburg was a breaking ball for a ball, and now there's a fastball for a ball. And the count is now 2-0. I wonder what they've got left in the Twins bullpen, which is available for today. Thornburg coming back out for the second inning. He wasn't the most effective in his last inning of work. There's a fastball that misses outside, and the count is now 3-0 to Ramirez. Last night's hero, Josh Naylor, waits his turn on deck. So we're going to see what happens here. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that gets over the head of Jeffers all the way to the backstop. And on 4 pitches, Thornburg has walked Jose Ramirez. And that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Josh Naylor. Naylor last night had the big 3-run walk-off home run as he went the other way with the pitch. Today, he has struggled. He is 0 for 4. He's bounced into a fielder's choice. He's grounded to first. He's flown to left and struck out. But he has brought some magic to the Guardians this year, and he's going to see if he's got some more magic in him now, if you're a Guardian fan. He's hitting .333 after the 8th inning or later. So he steps in on the left side, waiting for the first offering from Thornburg, and that is ball 5. As the first pitch is inside. That's 5 in a row to start the inning by Thornburg. They do have the shift on as Correa, Arias, and Miranda are all on the right side of the infield. Only Giovanni Urshela is to the left side. Naylor has asked for time. He steps out, and now Thornburg has stepped off the rubber, and we're going to go and do this all over again. So here comes the 1-0 offering, but instead they fire over to first base, and getting back in time is Ramirez. So lots of excitement here. 3-3 here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Naylor waggles the bat again, asks for time, and steps out. So some gamesmanship going on between the pitcher and the hitter. Thornburg leans in. He gets the sign from Jeffers. And now he's ready to go to work. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses inside, and the count is now 2-0. So 6 balls in a row delivered by Tyler Thornburg. He has lost the command of his pitches after that first out. He walked a couple and hit a guy. He had some fortunate defense for him to get himself out of that inning. And here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted down the right field line, but it's going to hook foul into the seats. Josh Naylor was not fooled on that one. He absolutely turned on that pitch. But that pitch is going to hook foul for just a long strike. It is 2-1 on Naylor. He left that pitch middle in, and Naylor just absolutely turned on it, but couldn't keep it fair. Here comes the 2-1 offering. And Thornburg delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 3-1. It does squirt away from Jeffers. So 3 balls and 1 strike. It is Owen Miller who is waiting his turn on deck. I think that pitch may have been a strike. They brought in Jeffers for defensive replacement. It got him off the heel of the glove. That pitch looked like, as far as I'm concerned, if he catches that ball, there probably is a strike. So here comes the 3-1 offering now to Naylor. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted to deep right field. If it stays fair, it's going to be gone, and it's going to hook foul into the upper deck. That ball was absolutely scorched. It's 2 balls now that he's hooked foul that are absolutely just destroyed. It was an absolute no-doubter if it would have stayed fair. Explosive right through their fans were all up on their seats. The cameras were out, and he just hooked it foul. So here comes the 3-2 offering now to Naylor. They throw over to first base, and diving back in time is the runner Ramirez. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I'd be curious to see if they're going to put the runner in motion here at some point. And again, Naylor asks for time. And again, there's gamesmanship going on between him and the pitcher, Thornburg. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Thornburg holds at the belt. And here comes the offering. It is a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. And the count remains at 3-2 to Naylor. So 3 balls and 2 strikes it is. The manager, Terry Francona, looks on. Rocco Baldelli is meeting with his brain trust. As we said, I wonder what else they have available to have Thornburg in there. He's thrown more balls than strikes. Here's the pitch. There goes the runner. Ball is swung on. Is grounded over to second. And is fielded neatly by Arias. But Ramirez, who is running on the play, he gets into second base safely. It's going to go down as a ground out 4-3. Naylor is retired. He gave the fans a lot of excitement with a couple of long fly balls that ended up hooking foul down the right field line. That's going to bring up now the first baseman, Owen Miller. Miller today is 0 for 3. He's grounded out, he has struck out, and he's flown out. He was also hit by a pitch back in the 3rd inning where he was erased in a fielder's choice. So Thornburg holds at the belt. He checks the runner at second, and now he kicks and fires. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into right center field. Moving over underneath it is the center fielder, Celestino. He's going to make the grab. That is going to retire Miller for the 2nd out of the inning. That's going to leave it all up to Andreas Jimenez. A base hit here could end the ball game, as Ramirez does run well. For Jimenez today, he is officially 0 for 3. He has reached base a couple of times. He struck out in the 2nd. He bounced to a fielder's choice in the 3rd. And then he reached on an error by the shortstop in the 6th inning. He was hit by a pitch and scored in the 8th. And here comes the first offering from Thornburg. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. Count is 0-1. And as his average has dropped to 305 on the season in this one. He does run particularly well. He's got 6 stolen bases. He's also got 8 home runs. So here's the 0-1 to Jimenez. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. And now he's in the hole at 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. The Twins need one more strike here for this game to go into extra innings. Thornburg on the hill. He holds at the belt. And here's the offering. It is a fastball that misses well off the outside corner, and that's going to run the count to 1-2. We'll say when Thornburg misses, he doesn't necessarily miss close. Some of his pitches are well off the plate. Again, Thornburg leans in and he gets the sign from his catcher, Jeffers. Comes set at the belt, and now he kicks and fires. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 2-2. Another big bat waits on deck in the presence of Franmil Reyes. Guardians do have action going on in their bullpen. It'd probably be the end of Emmanuel Clase's day, one and done. So here's the offering. It is a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count now runs full to Jimenez. Good job by Jimenez to lay off that pitch. That breaking ball has been waved at by other hitters. Now it goes to 3-2. So the runner at second is Ramirez. Jimenez is waiting for the payoff pitch. Thornburg comes set at the belt. He checks the runner at second. And now Jimenez has asked for time and steps out of the box, and we're going to do this all over again. Again, the gamesmanship going on between the hitters and the pitchers. Thornburg, what seems to be taking forever to deliver a pitch. So here we go, back to the live action as Thornburg holds set. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into deep right center field. And this ball, if it's got legs, it's gone. A 2-run shot for Andrés Jimenez, and the Guardians are going to walk it off here in the 9th inning. They follow up the suit from last night as a 2-run shot by Andrés Jimenez. And that is going to do it here as the Guardians are going to win the ball game 5-3. They get 4 runs in the last 2 innings, and they're able to do the damage and walk off the Minnesota Twins. And that's going to cut the lead in the Twins in the Central to 1 game. A 2-run shot, bottom of the 9th inning, 2 RBIs for Jimenez. And that is going to do it. Well, hang tight, everybody. Stick around. We're going to recap you this one. Your final score is the Cleveland Guardians 5, the Minnesota Twins 3. We're glad you guys could see this here today. We appreciate you being here. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave's Zero Thought Sports Cards. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Thanks again, everybody, for stopping in. We'll do a quick recap of this, and as it's the only game in Major League Baseball, we'll call it a day. Well, the Cleveland Guardians got a run in the 2nd inning to take the lead. It was a bases-loaded walks with 2 out. Franmil Reyes, Richie Palacios, Sandy Leon, and Miles Straw all walked to load the bases, and then Stephen Kwan was walked, bringing in the first run of the ball game, and the Guardians went up 1-0. The top of the 3rd inning, it was a similar situation. Bieber retired the first out. He allowed a single, and he got Byron Buxton to pop out the first. Then a single by Correa and a walk to Kepler loaded the bases. And Jose Miranda had a bases-clearing double, and that put the Twins up 3-1. That's where it stayed until we got to the 8th inning. And in the 8th inning, with 1 away, reliever Tyler Thornburg was in the game. He hit a batter. He walked the batter. He walked another one. And a ground ball to Carlos Correa at short. He threw it away at trying to get the force out at 3rd base. And that allowed 2 runs to score to tie the ball game. Jimenez and Reyes came around to score. In the bottom of the 9th inning, with the score knotted up at 3s, Jose Ramirez led off the inning with a walk. Then a ground out by Josh Naylor advanced him to second as he was running on the play. Owen Miller then flew out, and then Andrés Jimenez, with 2 away, hit a 2-run bomb on a 3-2 pitch. And that is your final score. The Guardians win this one 5-3. All right, there's no other games on the out-of-town scoreboard. Just a programming note, we will be back on the airwaves tomorrow with the Red Sox and the Cubs. July 1st, Canada Day in Canada, and the July 4th weekend coming up in the United States. So hopefully you guys can bounce in and check it out. It'll be the Cubs and the Red Sox, and then we're back into our Japanese feed tomorrow night. Once again, your final score, the Cleveland Guardians 5, the Minnesota Twins 3. Thanks again, everybody, for being here. We appreciate you checking in. It's been another Last Raps Baseball video production. Have a great day, everyone. We will see you tomorrow.